character or not.
You have no idea what's going on.
All right, we are recording for session 23. Desi, somebody wants to know if you're still enjoying your hair.
Yes.
Okay, great. I will let her know.
No, you should tell her. You should tell her that you noticed that you don't even see the highlights because I dyed it back to normal. Just to see what she says.
She won't believe me. She knows me too well.
You got a specific number in mind, or you want me to roll her?
You guys get a 10 today.
I forgot.
Slightly below average. I like it.
More like you can either epically fail or do really well. Completely dependent on you.
That's every day of my life.
So,
Do you ever just like, go back through your notes? I 100% spelled Arik wrong. Do you ever just go through your notes and you're like, wow, I had seen it all. I'm just kidding.
oh, here, thank you. I grabbed yours and I forgot to grab mine.
Yep. That's something I have to deal with.
I just took 3 lines of notes that time.
That's all you needed.
Don't swallow. Oh my god. Wait, no, where's my mouse? There. What's actually my least favorite thing about this is that when I'm not, like, when I'm just overtaxed, I can't see anything else. I'm like, where am I?
I'm gonna let the big dash.
6.
I got a 3.
You're gonna do doubly as good as I am. You're doing such a good job. You're being very brave.
Usually that's not the thing that's... Well, I mean, it is kind of the thing that's in between us, but whatever.
Yeah, there's
Whoa.
a pocket between us.
Yes.
It may be small, but it's effective.
Yeah, I mean, it is winter time.
Gets the job done. Back to life.
Breathe, Campbell, breathe. Back.
Come back to the light.
Come back to the light.
I'll give you that.
Oh yeah, everybody has magic. That's exciting.
Including your new companion.
But you're a barbarian.
And?
Exactly.
Fair enough.
She's a special barbarian.
What's your point?
Are you the wild magic one?
No. This... Oh, nobody knows this except me and her. This is a custom class that I created.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like we're test driving it.
Nice.
It's called Path of the Risk Breaker. Trey, will you give Elizabeth the finger?
Wow. Very mild.
She wasn't looking.
I never created a thing for you. Because you just wanted the description.
I need to go over what you said this morning.
Alright.
We still never
You all are
decided
ready.
who's doing the recap.
It's a communal
I
recap.
actually really like that idea.
It's been a while. It seems like a good idea to me.
It's been a while.
Alright, so last time.
On the Call of the Forgotten Kingdom.
Thank you. I was gonna say, I was like, I
Because
don't think of airport.
no one remembers.
That's just such an iconic opening.
Stratos disappeared.
Yep.
Had a good panic.
A couple Qrux recognized that a couple dwarves that weren't there originally in the room with us in the temple, where we replaced the Godstone, suddenly were there and had no recollection of Stratos ever being with us at all.
I wasn't there for that part, so.
Yeah, we know.
It's...
We're aware, you're gone.
Yes, you're gone. Very
You
gone.
ditched us.
And we had to just kind of chill in the temple until morning because, raining down of fiery boulders and such. So,
To dampen on travel plans.
kind of with the damper on travel plans, acts of God and all that.
So, we never did figure out anything new with what was going on with Stratos disappearing, at least in the temple, at all.
No,
Yeah, no, not in the temple.
not
Nope.
not in the temple. I had a dream from Morto that his time was quickly failing before and then he suddenly disappeared. Also, Olegu knows where Godstone is.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
The thing about the turtle?
His
big turtle?
dreams, we learned, he doesn't
Yeah.
share with us.
Yes.
Yeah, the dreams. The ones about Stratos, being lost if we don't return both the Morto and Mirta.
That
Godstones.
he told us after Stratos was lost.
Yeah.
It's not maybe like the most helpful time to receive a warning after it's happened.
Well, that means that we can probably get them back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Lack of plumbing and all.
So now we're under the impression that we can possibly get Stratos back by returning.
Both Mirto and
Both Mirta and
Mirta and Mirtros.
What? I'm sorry, what?
That's a tongue twister. I can't do it.
Is it Fortuna or Fortuna?
Okay.
And then we met Midah.
Yep.
So we went back to the town,
Yep. And
back to
somebody
the
was yelling at
docks,
Val.
and Val was in a heated argument
With me.
with a new individual.
Yep, and I was there for my obligation to, because I was being paid to protect this group that, what's his name?
Kai.
Kai, thank you. Kai was, felt was super important. So we took my superiorship to this other island,
Smaller,
Hey!
but apparently superior.
Morto.
A lot faster.
It's faster.
Well, yes, because ours is not in the whole.
And then
Where's the
what
faster?
happened when we got to Morto? Artymiz. What happened when we got to Morto?
I was still struggling with seasickness because that boat was way too fast and threw up on Lynn.
Yeah, you did.
It's fun to watch.
Qrux got a real mighty headache, and he started walking halfway through the island, like he was in a daze. He was being pulled forward,
Like he was drawn to something.
like he was drawn to something,
Yes.
and then Olegu fucked it up.
My forehead started to burn really bad as I got closer and closer to presumably Morto's temple, given my current curse situation.
It's a condition.
Yes, my current
How
condition.
many times have you been cursed, Olegu?
It's not important.
Believe Artymiz was leading the way, given your keen mind and your natural ability to
No, which
sense
was
north.
And then Olegu got some
Something about bees.
wasps,
Giant
hornets,
hornets, I believe.
Yes.
and
It
we heard a
disturbed us.
panther. And even though I tried to befriend them and tell them that we weren't here to harm them, they still attacked. So we had to destroy them all.
Yep. So we had a battle with a bunch of panthers.
And Qrux was a gorilla.
I turned into a giant. I turned into a giant ape.
I think you are a giant ape.
And
No, we stopped it. I just spelled
we
it.
did.
Yeah, and I
No, in the air.
that was more directed at Qrux himself.
Yeah. Fair.
Um,
I just spelled the physical manifestation.
yes,
Qrux's
because
inner being.
as a giant ape, I didn't like the pain on my forehead, so I looked to the direction where it didn't hurt the least
I tried
and
to
started going that way. But Olegu, with his quick thinking, dispelled it. And are in the jungle.
we
Getting
took a
back
short
on track.
rest.
We did take a short rest.
Yeah.
Because I have used hit deck.
Gotcha. I was wondering
got-
why my pact magic was reset.
We got to, we got to the temple, and we took a short
Yeah, the
rest.
temple is like within sight or something
Yeah,
like
it's,
that.
it's like 5 p.m. is what I have in my notes.
Yeah, it's
So 5
late
p.m.
afternoon, early evening.
We're outside the Temple of Morto.
Also, another side note: these cookies are so good.
I'm glad you like them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone's welcome to
I think
try.
that's it for the recap.
I'm gonna grab something in a little bit.
We can just bring them over.
I can feel the beaties just floating.
The beaties.
Alright, do you guys want to do anything before you walk up to the temple? Or do you
Oh,
want me
we
to
actually
start-
made it to the temple? I didn't realize that.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys can see it off in the distance. It's not that far at this point.
I'd like to do a visual check for Mezzaloth. That's right,
Can
man.
you roll? Are you doing a visual check, or are you doing looking for tracks and signs that people have come through? What are you doing?
Both.
Both. Roll survival for me.
Okay. My spiral's really good. 21.
21.
No, not the first thing.
Yeah, they're to your sights. You don't see any signs that any Mezzaloth have been around. This looks like people have not been here in quite a long time. Because you've been around, you know how the temples are treated. Even now, the temple, the pathways normally to the temples are kept pretty clear and easily accessible. It does not look like this temple's being cared for. It does not look like anyone's been around, because you are seeing lots of signs of large predators in the area. Lots of large predators.
Smell large predators, but no Mezzaloth.
You sure that wasn't our
Coast
gorilla
clear?
that just passed through?
No,
I may have pooped myself.
these are predators that are to the region.
Before you quit,
I've been around.
I high five it.
Does it connect?
Is that what you were
I
going
pull out
for?
my notebook and I write something down.
That's what you were going for, right?
I think you've written down good teamwork.
You're doing a
I'm wondering if this
I'm
is like
so
a
glad I know.
quantum like-dislike tracking list.
You're doing a real I'm sorry. I thought
2 points down.
It's just work.
I thought you were going for a high five.
I feel like
You had it straight up. It's not a matter. You're about to say like a pledge.
It's not like you.
I was
Smell with your
I was
hand.
feeling the wind.
Oh
You could
shit! My
feel
bad.
the course.
Do you
You didn't lick your finger first.
Do you need me to like?
Should lick your palms.
Did I hurt
I'm
your
always
hand?
wet.
That's the best way to tell North.
I think
Oh.
she's flirting with you.
Do you
Like a yeast infection waiting to happen.
do
Only
you
for bad bacteria. Get that?
you have like animal senses, right? You want to do a second check or whatever?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. See if you smell the same thing that I do. Which is
I mean, are they that stinky?
Survival.
I should be able to smell them too. If they're that stinky.
Can I also do a survival check? Since I've now given somebody a high five who apparently wasn't.
15.
You're getting the same thing.
Mine is 13.
Fitting.
Mine's 2 minus 1, so it's a dirty one.
A spicy one.
Yep, it's a dirty one.
You have no idea what you're looking at.
Bug goes up my nose.
careful.
I don't smell that.
Alright, looks like this temple's clear. If you guys want to go in and do whatever you guys are going to do, and I can do recon and make sure nobody bothers you guys.
And didn't you say you smell predators? Is that what you
Well,
said?
yeah, but that's
clear.
it's a jungle.
Yeah. But then, what was the
I
point
am
of that?
Going to pray to
Midah?
Mirta
Okay, we can do that
right
inside.
while this is going on, and then I'm gonna walk over to Olegu and be like, "So the Godstone."
We can do it inside. There might be watching eyes.
Can you smell like non-predators? Could you smell a rabbit if you tried?
Oh, there's a skunk.
You
about
definitely have a smell.
30 feet that way.
I don't know. I missed that.
What form are you in?
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm stinky?
Uh,
All right.
but I'm just the hired muscle. However, you guys want to proceed.
Have you considered checking to make sure the temple's empty?
I mean,
I don't have X-ray vision. I
far
can't.
away.
What's an X-ray?
It's a good question. Must be like some barbarian tech or something.
What's an X-ray?
It's when you see through things.
You can see through things.
No, but I've heard of
You can see through things.
stories where people can.
I did. I can just tell when
You can
something's
see
fake.
through me.
Well, I can just tell when something's fake.
I
That's all.
couldn't see through me.
Huh.
Uh huh. You
I guess that's
you
true.
have
I have
X-ray
X-ray
vision.
Look at that.
That's
Congratulations.
Holy shit.
That's pretty cool.
Well, damn.
But I can't see through the temple walls.
But it's there. It's not like fake.
It's there. It's not fake, right? Yeah, it's there. It's real. I mean, you were leading us through the jungle.
I mean, I'll go check inside to make sure it's all clear and
Well,
let you guys know.
How far away is it? Like, how close are we?
Like,
Are
we're
we
talking-
standing on the door?
Right, are we like at the base of the stairs just looking
You can barely see it through the jungle and the overgrowth, but you can see that there's some kind of almost like a meadow, like an oak clearing in the trees
Okay.
up ahead, and you can make out that there's a building there, but you can't get a good look at it.
Okay.
Alright,
I'll go check it out real fast.
I'll go with you.
I mean,
Okay.
we're definitely all going together, right?
well, then-
Just get us at least closer, at least till we get to the tree edge, and we're by
I
the
think
meadow.
that's a good idea. Two of us go like maybe 20 or 30 feet ahead, and the rest of us follow slowly behind.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll check around for any kind of predators or traps or anything that might be out of place.
Roll survival as you do that.
What's your favorite? No, you don't favorite
What?
turret. Never mind. I thought you were a ranger.
Paladin.
Get them confused. Ooh,
Yeah, that's a 6.
what's your
I do
name?
perception instead.
Can I also look around for traps as I am also up front with Artymiz?
Survival.
Okay.
And it's you two up front leading the way? Just the two of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just Lynn and Artymiz, and we're like 40,
Oh!
40 feet back.
24.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo. Good. So,
Artymiz.
you guys continue, well, you continue to see the tracks of large predators having come through the area quite often. And how close are you wanting to get to the temple? Are you just going to walk all the way up to it? As long as nothing happens?
Yeah, kind of slowing and taking a look around as we get up closer to it, but still progressing.
Okay. So when you eventually clear the trees, you see the temple in front of you. It's the same size as all the temples you've seen so far. It has the same kind of build to it with the large pillars, the marble kind of look to it. You are seeing that there's a lot of vines that have grown across the temple. It doesn't look dilapidated, but definitely uncared for. As you get closer to the temple, because you're not going to see any active predators in the area right now, you get the feeling that you guys took care of most of them with the pack of panthers.
Uh-huh.
As you get closer to the temple, you notice that for the first time, instead of a large... Because in all the other temples, there's been like a large medallion shape at the top. Very large. With like a depiction of the symbol of that god or goddess. However, on this one, around the god's symbol, there's an inscription in Old Atlantean.
Can I read it?
You can, and I'm not going to make you roll for it. It takes you some time to figure it out, but it says, "No soul can hide, all face death."
Can you read that?
Uh-huh.
What's it say?
Hey guys, who's ready to face death?
What?
No souls can hide. All face death.
She's like 30 feet in front of us. I don't.
I know.
Hey
It's
guys!
safe! Come up!
Are you ready to face death?
Well, if there is some Mesloth in the area, they know we're here now.
Yeah, right.
That's
She's
kind of
trying to like call him
that's
out.
kind of the way I like it. The sneaking around shit isn't really my style. All right, let's go.
Can I, while we're standing there, this is gonna sound really stupid and that's fine, kind of feel out to see, like, if I can feel any into the area, or if it's desecrated or anything like that.
See if it's like
If it's still
sacred land.
holy. Yeah, if it's still a sacred space.
Roll religion.
Can I assist since I'm also a paladin?
Yes.
Nice.
Good call.
Ooh, natural 20 for
Yes.
25!
It is still sacred ground.
Okay.
Not yours.
Okay.
I'm forsaken
He's got
you.
a death.
Oh, no,
How does he
this is
feel
the
about
other friend.
undeath?
It's almost like a real life llama day. Sometimes it just
I
speaks.
feel like that's cheating death. It might be.
He might
He's the
dislike.
god of
He might-
necromancers.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Oh,
We've had this conversation.
I
This is
just-
why
I
you
just
took
needed
the
to double
Godstone
check.
from me.
So this is it, huh?
This is a Trey sanity check. Olegu remembers this.
Okay. Alright.
Olegu knows all.
So who
Remember,
here,
he's just one of 2 gods of death.
who here is ready to
I mean,
Is
by a show of
death,
hands?
is death ready to fix me is the question.
right? I kind of feel like that's just part of this journey we've been on.
I mean, I'm getting paid enough to do it, so.
Are you ready to face
Alright,
death?
everybody in?
Half my life, I'm already most of the way there.
Hey, come on, Artymiz. You're ready to face death. You already done it
Is
a
that
couple
what
times.
is that what the squibbly wibbly say?
You've gone swimming.
You can read it.
Can you
You
not
can
really
speak
speak a little
Atlantean.
place?
Oh, so it's Aquan. Is it Aquan or Atlantean?
It's Atlantean.
Okay. Old Atlantean.
I will add that to my known languages list. I wasn't aware.
Everyone,
suddenly
everyone
makes sense
that's in Atlantis speaks Atlantean in common. Everyone from the region.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well,
So
hopefully.
that's what it says.
Uh-huh.
I feel strangely comforted.
No
It just
soul
says
can
like
hide.
ready to face death?
No,
Question mark.
it says no soul can hide. All face death. So are we ready to face death?
I mean, he is the god of death, right? At least one of them.
I mean,
It's total sense that he would put that on.
The one I
I
prefer.
guess.
that's part of
I mean,
this. It's part of the
Gone this
mission,
far
right?
with you guys.
Come
Okay.
on, Midah.
This is like
Whatever.
we're doing such a good job. We're all being very brave.
God just wants to join.
Let's go die.
I like that.
I don't know why, but I just felt like Val's presence for some reason.
I felt like the gods joined in on us and graced us.
You know, I actually feel like that about like maybe once a week, and then the rest of the time I kind of feel like they're face palming for what I do. So you know,
I feel like they're always face palming.
That's like my brother would say, it's knowledge is power.
your brother would say knowledge is power.
I guess they're not very powerful.
Who's your brother?
This isn't really important right now.
Oh, you brought it up.
Midas the Third.
Midas?
Mm-hmm.
Midas
Does
the
he
third?
have a gold touch?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in years.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's sad.
It's all right.
So as you guys walk up to the doors, you notice that it's a large set of double doors, like what you see on most of the other temples. Normally the other temples, the doors are open. Here the doors are closed and very intricately carved, very decorative. And when you guys go to push the doors open, they're heavy because they're large and wooden. And a large echoing creak sounds as
My kind of
they
place.
open. And it does not open into what you guys are expecting of the temple. Because normally you guys are used to, there's the doors, and there might be some pews in the temple, but it's basically like a long hall with different statues of the god taking different forms all the way down on both sides, and then you've got the main god at the end, right? At the altar.
Yep.
However, when you open the doors here, you actually open it into an anteroom, an antechamber. And all of the walls are carved. There's like carved inlays on the wall from floor to ceiling all around the walls in this antechamber. Carved, hand carved straight into the marble. You guys stop to look at
Yeah.
the intricate
Yeah.
carvings?
100%.
I think they're pretty, but also grotesque.
You actually really enjoy these carvings, probably.
Pretty but grotesque. Just what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So the carvings are pictures. They're depictions of death. All of the depictions of death that you guys see in these carvings are violent deaths. People who are being murdered, raped and murdered. People who are being burned at the stake, who are being hung. These are violent deaths. People being like cut in half. In addition to those depictions of death, there are also depictions of necromancers controlling the dead. Some of those necromancers are leading armies against countries, against towns. Some of them are using them to build things. And you can see the zombie-like entities doing making buildings and things like that.
This is Not what I was expecting. I don't.
Do they all look like this? I've never been inside one of these things before.
No, this is.
This is unique.
This is normal. I
This is
don't
great.
like it.
They're all unique.
Yes.
Oh, look, is that your business plan?
You run a business?
Before I was arrested, yes.
Tax fraud.
I want
Been there, done that.
you to roll perception for me. Yep.
Can I as well?
Hey,
And you
stay
can
close.
do so with advantage because you're
This place gives me
because
weird juju.
it's going to be familiar to you.
It's killing me.
Can I also roll
Definitely in the right
perception?
place.
Alright, tell me if it's a failure, because it's failure, I can adjust it. But a 13.
Fail.
That's not the right dice. Where are my dice out of order?
14.
Where are my D4s?
I'll be with you in just a minute.
Oh, there's my D4s. 15.
Yes.
Whew.
So you almost miss it. You've looked past this particular picture a couple of times, but eventually you notice something that looks like your shop. And you standing behind a counter, and two of your creatures looking at you, and you're like gesturing for them to go out.
I love how there's all this death and stuff, and all of a sudden,
Oh, dude.
it's
Well, there's death, but I also
Yeah.
said that there's necromancers controlling,
Yeah.
true.
Zombies.
Yep.
True.
because it's a mixture.
It still sounds innocent compared to everything.
Still vaguely stalked, but honored.
Did I get anything with 14?
You don't recognize anything on the wall, but you do you do see him stopping and staring at the one inlay. And it takes you a moment, but you do figure out that it's Olegu in the inlay.
Oh god, that literally is your business plan.
You're like a paladin, right? Artymiz,
What?
you're a paladin. Does this,
Paladin?
Sorry. Does this mean anything to you?
I mean, I'm checking my notes, and,
Is that actually you?
but, I mean, that just
Does it look old or young in the shop?
looks like
Old?
Olegu, but I've never seen anything like
Oh,
this.
hey.
As you guys are standing there, looking around, you almost don't notice until you hear the cracking of bones behind you and groans of discomfort. And as you guys turn, you watch Qrux turn into
Orion.
Orion.
It's rather grotesque.
What the deuce?
It takes approximately about a minute, so 60 seconds, full of
This is awesome.
bones cracking.
I pull out my sword.
I told you guys!
No.
Tell me when it's over!
I can't take my eyes off.
See the wings sprout from its back.
Apparently that's just sometimes
Check
happens
this
to
one.
Lots of bones cracking. And then after a minute, you see everybody that knows Orion sees Orion. You see an Owlin that you do not recognize. Do you know what Owlins are?
Yeah.
From the Feywilds?
Do I know what an Owlin is?
Because they're not common.
Right, and especially around
Yes.
here. Okay, so I've
You,
at
you
least...
know of them.
But probably haven't seen one.
Okay,
Is he done?
so those are real.
There's a sudden release of like tension in you that you almost didn't realize is always there. Almost like there's always a pressure on your chest, but it's suddenly gone, and you realize you can't shift.
I feel weird.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Who the fuck is this?
Tell me about it.
Hey, Orion. How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
Do you guys
Me
believe
now?
me now?
How many now? How many fingers?
5.
Trick question. Thumb's not a finger, so it's 4.
I don't even have
No, seriously,
thumbs.
what's the matter with you people?
Where do we start?
Do you want it alphabetically or chronologically?
Who are you?
I
Or in song.
suppose I need to give you guys an explanation.
I would like that.
I think it might be able to wait.
I didn't expect that to happen. Hi, I'm Orion.
Midah.
So I'm guessing you didn't actually come in on dolphins.
Qrux didn't.
I'm really strong, and you?
I was gonna do this voluntarily, however, it seems that it was thrusted upon me just now. It's up to you if you'd like to talk about it now, but rather get this stone replaced.
Yeah, that's fair.
Figuring it's still killing me. Both Qrux and I are both cursed.
So you have the same thing on your forehead?
Yes. Same symbol.
You know, the no souls can hide, all face death.
Oh,
I had a feeling.
you could have offered
Okay.
to sit outside.
But wait, does that mean...
Qrux... I can only imply things to Qrux. I can't tell him what to do.
Interesting.
Maybe we should wait till we get back to the ship.
Yeah.
And I can explain everything.
Judging by
So you
the
said this
sound,
is
I think
an
the other
anti-
way is way worse.
Does that mean there's a door on the other side?
Yeah.
There
Him
is.
turning from his owl form to his human form?
It is very unpleasant, both ways.
Once you find it.
Okay. So about placing this
Found it?
thing.
Yes, please.
There's a door first.
And at first you guys don't see it.
What, you want me to kick it in?
At first you guys don't see it because the doors are flat on the wall, and the inlays go right over the doors. So at first you almost don't see the crack down the center.
But as he points it out, we see it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, like, that mark the doorway? Is there any specific, like, imagery we see in the inscriptions that
It's just the same as
stands out? It's just kind of
the rest of it. The only one that stands out
Is
is him.
yeah, but I wasn't really paying attention when he was looking at that, so I didn't notice. So this doorway. Does anybody think we could just push it open? The other temples haven't been that hard to get into.
This one feels special.
Can I
like it.
try and do an Arcana check on it to see if it's magical?
Go for it. You can always try to do something.
I mean,
With my +1.
any door can be broken with enough force.
Ooh, 14.
No magic.
Okay. It's not magical.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty anxious to get this replaced.
That's my job. Make sure you guys do.
I mean, hell, I'm already cursed anyways, so I'm gonna walk up and just kind of put my hand on the door and then push a little bit.
When you push, it opens.
He's brave, I'll give him that.
It opens. It's a double set, and so when you push, they both swing open, and this bone-like chill kind of seeps up through all of you. This feels uncomfortable. This feels like a place of death. You might not be so uncomfortable, but you can feel
feels
it.
like
You
home.
can feel the bone chill.
This feels like home.
And as you guys walk in, you realize that there is only one statue. There is only the statue of Morto at the altar. There's not the multiple different depictions of him. There is only one version of death.
Then what does he look like?
He's tall, elven kind of looking in stature. He's not elven. Looks more human, but angular face. You can't really make out much of his actual body because he's wearing long, dark, flowing robes.
A reaper.
Does he have a sight?
He does not. He does not have a sight.
Can I try and sense to see if there are any other Godstones nearby? So, like, if...
Religion or perception, whichever you prefer.
Oh, it's...
And does he have any weapon at all?
He does not.
Okay.
Is he holding out his hand or anything like that? Where we can place the Godstone?
Big butter Jesus. Touchdown Jesus.
No, his hands are folded at his waist. He's the only one that's not reaching out like he would hold a Godstone.
Fascinating.
30-20.
Oopsie.
Yes, you can feel a Godstone in the temple.
Besides the one that Olegu
As
was carrying.
Olegu walks into the...
Can I
I'm
start
sure there's a
walking
door
towards
behind
it?
the
So,
statue again.
from Olegu's Godstone, you feel a sense of death from it. But it's a cold feeling to you. You feel a different kind of death in the temple. It's almost like a small pinpoint. It's a warmer, softer kind of death, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to look behind the statue?
I
think we
I
should.
think it might.
Do you also have X-ray vision?
Yes.
Can I start walking towards the point that I felt? Like the warmth?
Does anyone roll a perception check? Other than her, she was rolling for something specific. Does anyone else roll a perception?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd be looking
I'll
around.
roll one. No.
I'm just looking at the statue, so if that's the statue, then sure.
12.
27.
Here we go.
Do you roll?
Do I need to if I'm looking at the statue?
Yes.
13.
9.
Plus
7. Damn.
16.
You're perceptive.
You too. You feel something almost calling you at the statue. I can deal with that in a minute if you want to deal with
That's
that. You notice
Oh, come on.
that other than the statue, there's 2 other things in this room.
Okay.
One, there's a carved inlay on the right wall, and it is a giant tree. And the tree starts at the base, at the ground,
Okay.
and comes up.
Okay.
Okay. On the other side, there is a mirror and there's inscriptions along the edge. And the mirror is boxed in with gold. So there's like a gold piece all around the mirror, and on that gold,
Like the border.
there's like an inscription in there.
The frame.
Can I tell what?
Right, there you go, that's the word.
Is it like a hieroglyphic type inscription, or is it actually a language?
It looks to you like a magic inscription.
Desi had a good question. Is it sort of kind of on the border, too?
The gold is the border.
Okay.
I
Like the
Of
picture
Of the
frame.
mirror.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I couldn't think of the word frame.
Is the
Yeah,
mirror?
border was the first word that came
Is
to
it
my mind.
reflecting as normal? Like it reflects to the other side of the tree?
Yes, it's not like super reflective, but it's reflective.
Like a one-sided mirror?
No, just like older mirrors, how
Okay.
they
Just
weren't
kind of
like.
lost its.
Gotcha.
When you look into it, does the opposite picture look the same,
Does it
or
move
does it
differently
look
from you?
differently, like the other side's alive?
Would you like to know that information?
I said since you didn't see it.
Or is it more like a funhouse mirror where it makes me look thinner?
Well, I pointed out to everybody. There's a rather large mirror on the wall there, and it looks to be a tree carved into the wall over there. Maybe of significance?
Okay.
It feels significant to you.
Huh.
I'm gonna go look in
Feel
the
like-
mirror.
This is
Ah,
to do something with accessing the
so as
Mortos thing.
Artymiz walks up to the mirror and she looks into it,
Okay.
you guys watch this glass-eyed look come over her, and she just seems to be staring into the mirror, almost like she's watching something. You even watch her eyes dart about. You.
It's your death.
The moment you walk up to the mirror and you look into it, you start to see an argument between 2 people. There's a pregnant woman standing there, and it looks like a male shifter. They're in kind of a wooded type of area, and they're talking, and you can kind of catch a couple of the things that you're saying. You catch their names. One of them is Camille, and one of them is Faye. And they're talking about trying to get Camille out of the area, and Faye potentially trying to go with her. During their conversation, though, all of a sudden an arrow whizzes by the male's head, and Camille runs off. And the only other part you see from that scene is Fang after someone. Shortly thereafter, you feel like a short amount of time has passed. You see Fang fighting next to some kind of owlin in the middle of a battle with other shifters. And you watch as he's fighting and eventually is killed. Then you cut back to the woman. Some time has passed. She's no longer pregnant. She's roaming streets. She's carrying a small half-human, half-shifter child. And you watch as she's trying to beg for food and get food as she's moving along the roads, and a storm sweeps in. And she curls around the child and ends up freezing that night, holding the child. And once she dies, you come back to yourself.
So how long does that happen for us, like watching her out in our time?
That whole event probably takes roughly about 5 minutes, real world.
As she's standing there staring at it? Okay.
Am I like frozen in place where if they tried to get me, I can't move?
Like in a
or-
trance?
She's in a trance. You guys can physically move her, but even moving her out of the mirror,
She still has the vision.
she still has the vision.
Yeah.
Alright, so nobody look in the mirror.
As you come back, welcome back.
Have fun dreams?
Did you?
What?
Have a fun dream?
That was a dream?
What did you see?
It's hard to say, but... No, couldn't be. I mean, can it? I think I saw my birth parents.
Oh, congrats!
Oh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean,
Did you know your birth parents?
I know before I left Cambridge, my mom, Octavia, the princess, and then my dad, Ferdinand's, they told me that they had saved me. But I think I just saw my actual mother and my father, who is a shifter too.
2 steps back. Did you say your mom the princess?
Yeah, of Cambridge. She might be the queen by now.
Yeah, she's royalty.
I knew she was royalty. I didn't know how she was royalty.
Yeah, they adopted me. They saved me when I was a baby, but they didn't say anything else. But I guess that just showed why.
So what did you see?
Perhaps the mirror shows visions of death related to the viewer?
Makes sense.
I don't know.
Well,
Do you want to test that theory?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
that
down.
was
I go look in the
something.
mirror.
I also I stand next to him and I also look at the mirror.
Both of them look at the same
So,
time.
Wedding bells.
They're both out now.
I'm gonna have to deal with that in a little.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. You first.
I can't wait.
So
let
much
me
death.
pull
Where
up
do we
your
start?
deck. Okay. So your vision starts in what you recognize as your original, your home village. There's a large dragon, a turtle dragon. I forget what they're called.
Dragon turtle.
Dragon turtle. Thank you.
I mean, either or.
But there's a large dragon turtle that is tearing apart your village.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
familiar.
watch as turtles are en masse evacuating to small personal boats and large ships and trying to get out. And they're chased by the turtle dragon.
Still making sense. Yep.
Turtle dragon. But you're following these 2 turtles particularly. It's been a long time, but you do recognize them as your parents.
Tracks.
They're in they're in one of the boats towards the far back. You happen to know that you were in one of the first boats out. And that boat with you and only 2 other turtles. And in this vision, you're watching your parents shoot out spells and trying to keep the turtle dragon back. And he continues to snap up these small boats and just eats them. And then you watch as his mouth comes up, snaps on the boat, and then drops back into the ocean again.
Tracks.
And then follow it home.
I see.
So, because we're looking at the same time, do I see his vision as well, or
You do
just
not.
mine? Okay.
You just see yours.
That's a good question.
Um,
If I get a vision at all.
Just as I remember it.
I didn't get to ask you ahead of time.
You have a good memory.
Okay.
Do you care if I make stuff up for you?
I mean, you know my backstory, so...
Ish. I have some idea of your backstory.
I mean, I can text you what I think would be included in that sort of thing.
Okay. I think you've figured out what's happening.
Yeah. If you want to answer Mariah's question while I figure out where you are.
Well, I still have my statue thing to do with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, before all of this happened, before y'all queued in, I was like following a bead. I have no idea where I am right now.
You're following a what? A bee?
No, like a feeling.
A vibe.
Mm-hmm. All about the vibes.
You're looking for that other stone?
Okay.
You sent it to me in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Very dark. Very death.
So, in your vision, you're watching this childlike version of you playing with a young Scottish Terrier. You guys are playing in the yard when you hear screaming off in the distance, and suddenly one of your parents picks you up and is running with you as a large Mesoloth bursts its way through the backyard, and the dog turns around and is barking at the Mesoloth, almost like it's trying to defend you, despite the fact that it is itty bitty tiny. And you watch as the Mesoloth just brings down a large bladed weapon and slashes it in half, and then continues to chase.
Just like this.
I just touched my earrings and just quietly say, Scooter. And I kind of turn away so nobody can see me cry.
Where do you turn to?
Just the opposite way of the party, so I guess to the right.
So you guys,
Yep,
I'm looking at the room, Alex is the statue, to the left is the mirror, so you turn to your right, so you're looking at the statue.
Yep.
See, no big deal. Just a mirror.
Did she just say Scooter?
What'd you see?
Yes, what did you see?
Oh, I saw my parents die again.
You saw your parents die?
Oh, yeah.
Parents. Did you see your parents?
Is that what you saw?
I saw my adoptive parents. I've never met my real parents. They probably died before I was, I was found at sea, but that's the whole thing. But I did not see the death of my parents. So, yeah, the mirror works. There's death and stuff in there.
What about the tree? I want to look at the tree.
So you turn around, and you look at the tree, and when you do, and everyone in the room can see it this time, the tree seems to bloom these leaves out of it, and these leaves almost look decayed to you, like dead, decaying
Is
leaves.
this my dead family tree?
And you recognize names on all the leaves.
It is.
Oh, it's our names.
And your name kind of engraves itself across the trunk.
Or is this everyone I've killed?
And you just see all your family names, and you can trace it along the branches.
That makes
Do you
sense.
see the people who are dead versus the people who are alive?
I think it's just a bunch of dead leaves for me.
All of his leaves dead.
Dang it! I need to go and see if.
So it shows a family tree for all of us, or just him?
The people that looked in the mirror? Or just Olegu?
Or he's
Just
looking at it.
Olegu right now.
Oh, okay.
So Olegu looks at it.
All my leaves
So
are dead.
I'm looking at it. He's looking at it because I'm kind of just following what the group's doing. That's what I see. I just see the same thing. Olegu's.
You see Olegu's.
And the other branches are still like dark and just look like carvings.
All the branches that don't end up growing these leaves suddenly stay dead.
It's not a big family since everyone's dead. Not a lot of branches.
I mean, I believe we have to activate all the branches.
So we
Might
all
have
have to
to
look
make
in this thing.
Well, you did.
Yeah. Yeah. I did.
And then, so did you look at the tree?
I'm looking at the tree now. What do
And
I
nothing
see?
happens. We looked. So what did Olegu do differently?
Look at that first, or what the statue?
Mina's Morto's favorite. That's it.
You did mention something about the statue. What did I see?
Oh.
Well, first, someone has been trying to approach the statue, and I've got to deal with her first, because she's trying to be sneaky.
I don't know if I'm trying to be sneaky versus I'm trying to be reverent.
Before you can even get to the statue, despite the fact that you figured out what's happening with the mirror, when you walk by the mirror, you're kind of drawn to it.
Oh, okay, so I have to look in the mirror. Sure.
So you have to look in the mirror.
I'll look in the mirror.
So you see a couple of things.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
Let me get back to my notes.
So the first death that you see is that of, and you have descriptions at this point of your family, past and gone, right? So you know what they look like. The first death that you see is that of your sister Ariel. Okay. You see that she was in the palace when the insurgency took place at the palace with the Mesaloth, led by a Drider, and you watch as the Drider picks your sister up and is making threats to the king, and one of the soldiers, your own soldiers, takes fire and kills her.
Alright, you said first.
Okay.
Next.
The second death that you see is that of your brother Salus. It takes you a moment to figure it out, because he's disguised, but he looks like a young tabaxi, almost like how you were disguised as a Triton, and he's with another tabaxi, and the pair of them are in a room making potions, and it looks like they're boxing the potions up like they're trying to get ready for travel. When two people, you watch them slip through a side window and the back door at the same time, and the tabaxi father and son don't notice. And these look like trained assassins to you. Both their throats are slit in silence and the assassins leave. Once the assassins leave, you watch both the child and the adult change back to their true forms. And that's when you recognize that the young tabaxi was Salus. But those are the two deaths that you see.
So I just take a deep breath while like tears fall down my face. And then I turn to see where everybody else is and look at the tree.
Nothing happens.
So at this point,
Do you ever look away from the tree?
Yeah. I know they're all dead. This is nothing new.
Okay, so when you look at it,
There's an important element of that.
you all would have been looking at the tree, so I need you all to roll a d20.
Just a d20?
Mm-hmm. Just a straight roll.
Oh.
It's just random.
Lovely.
Who does the tree take after
19.
next?
Not you,
13.
because you were looking in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh shit! I wasted my
13.
5.
16.
When he looks away from the tree, all of a sudden, all the names on the tree change. And as you're looking at it, not all the leaves on your tree are dead.
Hey, look. We have
Some of them are alive.
We?
Okay.
But not Scooter.
I don't.
I know you don't.
Are there names on the tree?
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question. Is it my adoptive Minotaur family that I see the names of, or a bunch of people I don't recognize?
Oh.
A bunch of people you don't recognize.
What about Scooter?
Scooter's not on the
Leaf
tree.
cut in half.
Okay, I was like,
Man, imagine if this tree is how you found out that your parents had an affair.
yeah.
It's like your papa and 23andMe.
It's a bunch of Vidalcan names. I don't recognize any of these people.
When you look away,
except when I see my brother's name.
mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's that look
Oh
like?
God. Does it look like alive or dead?
it is alive.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's good to know. I mean, I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
So when you eventually look away, what did you roll?
13.
13.
So it lights up. Suddenly your name is across the trunk, and all the leaves on the tree change. And you notice that all your leaves are dead, but you do catch the names. Camille and Fang are the two leaves closest to your name.
Have you guys looked at these leaves and figured out what's going on with them yet?
If the leaves are dead, that family member's dead. If they're alive, that family member's alive. Mine were all dead.
Mine are all dead too. Oh god, we got something in common. Don't touch me, necromancer!
I'll give him a high five. Oh god, no, we can do better than that. No, we can still do better than that. There we go.
When you look away, because you'll eventually look away, because I think you figured out how it's working. Your tree pops up.
Ooh,
and
what's-
it's your real parents are the ones that show up, your birth parents. And you notice
Sir
that,
Desi yell.
It made you jump.
that
Loud!
all but one of the leaves on your tree are dead.
Is Qrux the other
All
leaf?
but one. What is the one
And
that-
you notice that there's a dead leaf that indicates
saw a leaf
that your
die right
parents
in
had
front of you?
another child.
Interesting.
You're the only one who's not looked at the mirror yet, by the way, but you will.
Yeah. What's the name
You have no
of
choice.
What's the name of the other child?
It looks like the boy's name was going to be Neo.
Nia.
From the Matrix?
No.
He was the
Do you
one.
say Mio or Neo?
Neo.
Meow.
And then you said one of them's alive. One leaf is alive.
It looks like there's a distant cousin of yours
Oh, great grandma, still kicking.
that's still alive.
Cousin Grant's
What's
still
the
out
name?
there. He's on Child Circus.
I'm all grand. Would you like family in a shoe?
Arthur.
Arthur. Huh. I guess all my people are
They
dead.
love me.
Could have fooled me. Well, that's
You're
interesting.
having to be one of the hosts of the Great British.
It's nice affirmation that all my people were dead, so I know what an alive leaf looks like.
Glad I could help. Huh. And then I'm gonna look back at the mirror.
You're like, it's just my turn now.
Look over at the
So when you look at the mirror, you watch as this conflict occurs, right?
Okay.
And your mother ends up dying first in the battle. She's the first killed as Leo, is trying to get to her, and she's protecting what looks like an egg. And before your father can get there, one of the shifters cracks the egg, and the unborn child slides out of it.
Whoa.
That's an image.
Fucking dark.
I shouldn't be laughing, I'm sorry.
Okay.
As your father is trying to get there, Fang throws himself in front of a weapon meant for Leo.
Oh.
And Leo turns to defend himself, but ends up dying. And so they all died together. All three of them. 4 of them. And then there's this small voice that tickles into your ear. And it just says, "But there's another in your heart you care for more." And then you watch the same scene that she saw. And you recognize the small tabaxi as your best friend Rogan.
Oh.
And you recognize the assassins as the ones from your Assassin's Guild.
Temper's burden.
Oh.
But you're surprised when he changes into an Atlantean Mer. A royal Atlantean Mer, because you recognize what the red hair means.
So who transformed into the...
Rogan,
Rogan did?
after he was killed.
Whoa. Okay.
I know, that's a large lore drop for you.
And then that's when it ends? The vision ends?
So you've got a little bit of a headache now, and your brand is burning.
Yeah, it's been burning the whole time. Did anything changing with the statue?
The
Since we've been
statue's
doing
changing?
this?
If I look at the tree, are there any green leaves? Yeah.
Kai.
Thanks. I want to know if there are any other spares, buddy boy.
Is there anything changing with the statue?
No. nothing's
No.
changed.
What did I see with the statue?
What did you see?
Yeah.
Did you roll something?
Yeah, you have your roll perception. I was looking at the statue. You say we'll get to it.
Oh. So you were drawn to something at the statue, and when you get to the statue, you notice that there's a small medallion amulet laying at the feet of the god, and it almost seems to call to you.
I've seen a whole Pirate of the Caribbean that don't touch it.
As gold typically does.
Oh, fuck
That
it.
in the
I grab
slot
it.
machine.
The moment you touch it,
You know how many slots that gets me?
time in the room stops. You're the only other person that's going to see this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because you're cursed.
Or because he has true sight?
Maybe.
X-ray
The
vision.
statue suddenly leans down
And kisses you in the fucking
in your face, and as
Son.
you look at him, he's got a very stern-looking face. He's not a nice guy.
Understandable.
Um,
I respect him for that.
but he looks you straight in the eye,
Yes.
and he says, and hold on, let me find, okay. Keep it ready. Use it when it's time. You'll need it soon.
Yes, sir.
Don't fail. And then all of a sudden he whips back up and it's like it never happened. And you see the statue move, but nobody else sees the statue.
Do I hear what he says? Or do I
No.
just see him lean down?
You can see him you can see that he's saying something, but you don't hear the
Yeah, you don't
words.
have true hearing.
X-ray hearing.
He's telling you to
So what's
wrap
the
it before you
amulet
tap
look
it.
So it's a small medallion. Well, it's a medallion-shaped amulet, probably about yay big. And it has a inscription on it, and it would take you a little bit to figure it out. But looking at it, you would be able to figure out that it's there's a spell on it. And I have to look up the spell because I'm about to say the wrong name because I know I've got it wrong in my notes. And maybe you can help me. It's
Word of death.
the one that
Power
truly
kill.
revives someone.
Oh, true resurrection?
True resurrection.
Oh.
But
Hi,
it's true.
guys.
It's true resurrection on one side, and when you flip it over, it's true polymorph on the other.
Oh.
And you get the feeling that when it's cast, that when this medallion is used, both are used at the same time. And there's a small, what looks like transportation spell that's in the middle of the medallion on both sides. So you know that it's going to resurrect someone, it's going to change them, and it's going to teleport them somewhere.
That is an immense amount of power to give to
All right, guys, I'm out.
You fiddling around with it, you probably recognize that this is like a one-time use item. Yeah. And it just reeks of the power of Morto based on what you've been around so far.
Makes sense.
Good vibes for you.
I'd say to you guys, things are progressing.
What did he say? He
All of you
I'll say
spoke
it.
to the statue. Or the statue spoke to all of you. One of the two.
Oh,
So
Didn't
he
you see
said,
it?
Keep it.
No.
no, it just looks like a damn statue of some
Use
asshole.
it when it's
Hey.
time.
Be respectful of the god of the
You'll
dead.
need it
He's
soon.
never respected
Don't
me.
Death
Well, we are in his home.
Gotcha.
His
Death
temple.
is the final. Death is finality.
I would assume if you're alive, then he's respecting you pretty well.
And every god has a
I'm
job
going
to do.
to tuck that away.
His may not be pretty, but it's necessary.
You're not going
Uh-huh.
to put it on and wear it?
That
Is this about
risks
Scooter?
losing it more. Plus,
She
that
like
makes me
grips her
target.
sword a little bit.
Good thing you're not playing
No.
with this eyelash. You would try to steal it.
You.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the statue moved.
When you get to the statue, roll either religion or perception, since you're checking out the statue, trying to figure out where that feeling is coming from.
Where's
Do
this
it,
fire?
but I have advantage considering I felt it before.
Yes, I will do that for you.
What the
I can maybe
statue have
read
to
it.
say?
What did it say to you?
Don't fuck up pretty much.
Don't fuck up with what?
Even better, a
That's
24.
a great question. That's very clear.
So
Just says you'll know when.
it
Don't
takes
fuck
you
it
a
up.
little bit, but
That's
you
right.
notice that
Very
Tuck
helpful.
nestled into the robes around his neck. He's actually wearing a small, like a necklace. And you look at it for a little while, and you catch on that it looks like a miniature Godstone.
His sister is always with him. Anybody have mage? I have mage hand. Hey, Olegu, can we replace the Godstone now? Because I need to take the other Godstone away from Morto, and I feel like that's gonna piss him off. Maybe I don't want.
Morto has a godstone?
Didn't she say she's always with me? So wouldn't it be bad if we took that from her? Maybe he has his and hers. Maybe she has a piece of his as well.
The Morto Godstone, isn't it?
Thought so. We'll see.
Maybe they canonically have a baby one and a big one.
It's true. They
It
are
would have been
gods.
nice, it would have been
They
nice
are
if he told you
connected.
that when he was whispering in your ear.
Given that, I'm actually going to now drop down and pray.
Also, like take my pouch and like
Okay. Can we use words? I'm gonna go and reach in for the Godstone.
Okay.
Huh, so that's what those look like.
Do you have any idea where I'm supposed to place this?
I think you just hold it out to him.
Like an offering.
It starts to feel real awkward in the room after a little while.
Sorry.
You guys are just kind of waiting.
You know, this isn't actually like the easiest pose to hold.
And nothing seems to happen.
And
So
we're
you
waiting.
just, like, start rubbing
and
it
we're
against him?
waiting. And we're
I'm
waiting.
not trusting you with that now.
I said for you
And
two.
we're still waiting.
So, does that medallion that he gave you, what is it about?
Maybe a medallion?
I didn't really give it to you. It's just something for.
Your
Well,
way
then
with
he
words is
spoke to you. Was he referring to the medallion?
I assume.
What does it do?
I'm gonna walk around
Let's
looking for a place to put it.
Oh God!
There's nowhere to put it.
True resurrection. True
And he's not
polymorph,
holding his
and
hands
teleport.
out.
At the same time,
Or can you use those three separately?
or is it
I
three
think
different?
it's
Can I
Yeah.
reach the necklace?
You have to climb the statue a little bit.
Hey, Olegu, give me the bag. Open it back up. Unless you want me to hand it directly to you.
What's she doing?
Or you can just get a boost. You got-
Oh, I also have Mage Hand.
You
Can
also
I use
have
Mage Hand to,
How much? Yeah, how much do they weigh?
As soon as you take the necklace, this feeling of depression seems to settle into the room. Oh, you can almost feel his disheartening at being separated from his sister.
What's the point of all this? Why are we doing
As
This is my normal state of being.
My dog is dead.
as
this? Is that Scooter?
an effect of that feeling
What?
on everyone.
It's all meaningless.
You guys are all stuck in this kind of melancholy, and all of you have one level of exhaustion.
We're all gonna die. You know that?
Death is inevitable.
We're just stardust walking around waiting to perish.
But as that feeling kind of seems to settle, his hands come out from his waist, and he holds his hands out.
Oh look, he's
And
wants it.
then,
Great.
and then when you put the Godstone in his hands, he holds his hands back up like this, like every other statue has to this point. When that happens, all of you are overcome by this new feeling.
It's glorious.
You all are going to level up mid-session today.
Sweet.
Okay. So you all level up.
Does Stratus also level up?
I will give him a level up.
Just for shits and giggles.
You end up with the high blessing of Morto.
Ooh.
You and you end up with the blessing of Morto.
With the low blessing, Morto.
The regular blessing.
I know.
Mediocre.
Lord.
Let's-
So. You could have done better.
Ooh, I got
And I just end up with depression.
But you might get your curse off of you.
Oh, does my curse lift?
Your curse is lifted.
Yes.
Oh, that's a fun one. That's a real fun one.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You like that one?
I do like that one.
Is it just the blessing of Morto?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I looked right past it.
What's the normal one do?
What? You look cool.
They're effectively the same. It's just a difference of the spells.
Makes
Oh.
sense.
I got Vampiric Touch, what you did.
Oh, that's wrong one.
So, blessing of Morto.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Every
Oh,
god,
okay.
every god and goddess has a high blessing, a blessing, or a curse that they can bestow on people.
We haven't gotten any other high blessings yet.
No, you've not.
Guys, we need to try harder. Ooh.
Vampiric touch. Ew. It's icky.
Did you send me something, Alex?
No.
Here, touch it.
Okay.
Heals
You were just you just kept looking up, and I was like, is he trying to give me the pay attention to
I'm
Discord look?
I'm giving you the eye.
Oh, I guess we need to level up now, don't we?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Don't you love when your DM is just like level up mid-session? No time to think.
I got really excited because I was like, I can get Misty Step. I literally have Misty Step always prepared. Okay.
Oh, finally, 4th level spells, thank God.
Can't you change your prepared spells or no?
I can, but it's one of
God,
those
my
things
health
that's
is so
always
high.
prepared because of my class.
Okay. Are you leveling up both Midah and Stratos right now?
I'll do Stratus later. It's not necessary. I can actually think about that one. I knew Midah was going to take another level of barbarian. Want to get that risk of ignorance.
That's a fun one.
There's a lot of fun ones.
There is, you're right. Daphne, Spirit of Death is a good spell to take.
Ouch.
Oh, I heard that. Was that your hip or something popping?
No, that was my ankle.
Your ankle? Oh, I get those too.
Why is everything
Oh, I
concentration?
need D12 now.
Can I, if I put on the amulet, does anything happen?
Nope.
I'm gonna put on the amulet and tuck it underneath, so that way it doesn't.
The amulet that Olegu had got?
The amulet that I took from Morto.
You mean the mini Godstone?
The mini Godstone.
That's it.
Do I get the feeling that if I like... Oh, I guess we'll see.
Oh.
We'll see how that goes. Can I
Me
take
too.
a better look at the tree and see what green leaves there are versus what dead leaves there are?
So, you notice that a couple of your aunts and uncles are still alive, but specifically you notice both of your parents are still alive, and so is Kai.
And then my fifth sibling is not alive.
And your fifth sibling is dead. You just didn't see their death.
Okay. Is there any mention of an Uncle Jen, Uncle Jennis?
Nope.
So he's not really your uncle, he's...
He's my uncle in the found family kind of uncle way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only person that would know would care to ask would be Stratos, but Alex wants to know. And the implication is, OC, is that the thing in the necklace is Mirta's stone? Okay.
That is kind of the general feeling at this point.
This is gonna be a fun time, guys.
How much health is everybody at? Just out of,
55.
84.
yeah,
89.
What's your con?
63.
115.
Whoo!
Good barbarian.
Those
16?
D12 hit dies.
Yeah.
Put in work.
Mine's 15.
Oh, no, I'm excited to see when other high blessings come out.
Right? A spicy new option. Does everybody get a tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Including
What does this tattoo look
Midah?
like?
Even if I try to resist it?
Wait, what
Well-
happens to him?
Oh, see, I didn't get the blessing, right?
What happens to he's cursed?
His curse
it,
goes away.
It removed.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, it's
I missed
gone.
that part.
It explodes.
And he does have a tattoo.
Okay. But I don't get the blessing, right?
No.
Okay, let's make sure I'm tracking everything right.
Let's see, that's probably has something to do with our alignment or whatever.
Yeah.
I try to mix up who gets blessings when. There are certain things that you guys have to do. Qualities you have to
Lift
have.
up
It's
my
one of those
shirt.
things
God
not to
damn it,
curse
not
by.
another one of these.
Did you get a tramp stamp?
It's not a tramp stamp, it's on my hip. And here's the other one.
What's the other one?
It's on my left hip.
No, what god?
Mirta?
Huh?
Mirta?
So we talked about this, like, now I can't remember which ones I actually have.
You technically have them all, but they're
Rocco?
actual tattoos. Whereas,
So when you say they're like fake tattoos, like I had them drawn or somebody forced me to have them drawn.
so part of the religion is
So,
because
okay.
it's religious to get them.
Well, what
And
if she's not religious then?
if you're not religious, you wouldn't have any.
Right, so that's my thing, is she'd probably only have the 3 that were forced on her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have Morto on this one, and what are the other ones that I would have? Gosh,
The other ones you guys have placed?
Yeah.
You guys have placed more than 3.
Well, right. I don't know why.
You have Morto, you
I would have
have...
5.
Cortana, Arako,
Yeah.
Okinawa, and Sindri.
So I got 1 on each hip, 2 on the back of my hands. My hands are gloved. And then I got another 1 in the middle of my back.
In the middle of your back, not the middle of your lower back.
No, it's just my back.
Just keep trying to get something to do with Tramp.
Stratos has 1
Yep.
right above his butt.
Yep.
Which butt, though?
Well, when he's in human form, it's above his ass. When he's in horse form, it's above his horse ass. So it like just slides
Nice. And we're still exhausted, aren't we? Dang, I was hoping that would go away.
Nope.
You know a lot
I
of
was gonna
this
stick around a little bit.
stuff, right?
Which stuff?
The tattoos and things.
No.
Oh,
She does.
I do. Why?
no. It's,
Why not? What is it?
I just had questions about them because I'm new to this sort of thing. And I didn't ask for it.
Well, yeah. What questions do you have? Maybe together we can answer them.
I'm just wanting to know, like, why I have these when I don't worship any of these things.
You can deny that a storm is coming, but it will still come. You're a sailor, you understand that, where sometimes the winds shift. They are a power in the world, and as they gain more power, they can exert more influence. I don't know, that's about all I've got. I don't know. Sorry.
That's alright.
Well, do we wanna... How are we feeling besides a little depressed with his thing?
So, where does this medallion that you just took have to go?
It has to go into the island of Mirta.
And what does it have to do with your horse friend?
Well, hopefully our horse friend may come back. Maybe not.
Probably not. Let's be honest.
I said a little depressed.
At this rate, we really haven't had
Not
good luck
despairing.
keeping people safe.
I'm Orion again. I wasn't supposed to do this. This isn't.
Sorry.
Do you choose when you get to be Orion versus in your
Talk
Qrux?
about it. Why? Does anything even matter?
Is there anything I can do to help you feel better?
Oh.
Don't do that.
Hey, your
Even
curse is
Artymiz
gone.
is-
So your headache's gone.
Yippee!
Yippee.
Do you need a hug?
I'm like one less step away from death, but
I pull out my flask.
Oh,
The hair of the dog that bit me.
now for me a drink.
Yeah, that's what I do when I feel bad, which is all the time.
There's no reason to numb this pain. It never goes away.
Alright, well, I'll drink enough for both of us to take a swig.
Okay, so do we want to head back to the ship so we can
I want to
head
check
over
behind
to
the statue.
Mirta? Oh, I walked all the way there on the statue, but okay. I'm gonna look for like a second room.
Yeah, how there's normally a secret room.
There's normally a secret room in
There's not one here? The cycle's been broken.
Well,
Well,
this
it's
is
a
the
lie.
secret room.
No,
It was a hidden room.
not really.
Okay. Hey, did we feel any like great oppressive power once the Godstone was replaced, beyond just feeling a bit bummed about life?
I mean, you guys felt the power roll across. I mean, you felt him, like, coming into place. Did I? Did you? The one thing I missed, and it's on my checklist that I didn't check it off. After you place the Godstone, for a moment, you guys can see ghosts. Lots of ghosts. Ghosts that looked like they died very poorly. And all of a sudden you can see them and they all kind of... His power rolls out. You can see all the ghosts that are like hanging around. And then they all start whooshing in and they all go through his statue and disappear.
Oh, there was a backlog.
And they just seem to keep coming.
It's a
I
long
kind of forgot
backlog.
that.
There was a backlog of like 40, 45 years
During wartime.
of deaths. Of people who couldn't go to peace. That.
Bye. Have a great time.
Just keep watching.
I'm gonna start saying rights.
It's like bad days.
Is this what his
Yeah,
place
this is
is
our
going to be
fate.
like?
She's the goddess of rebirth
Oh,
after death.
okay.
She's also a goddess of death, though.
She's, but yeah, I'm not gonna tell him that right now. She's already sad.
Oh, there goes a kid.
Oh god, there goes a dog.
Half a dog.
Oh, here comes the other half.
There's the other.
As you guys are walking,
That's
I'm
actually
going to
kinda funny.
assume that eventually you guys walk out, right?
Yeah.
And
Hey,
as
Lynn,
you
is that
guys
your
do,
dad?
you just see like
No, my dad's actually alive.
ghosts milling about everywhere
Excuse me. Sorry.
as they're like, and they all kind of seem to like step out of your guys' way as they're trying to make their way up and into the temple.
So where's the Temple of Mirta again?
On the island of Mirta, literally like a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't want to hop, skip, or jump.
They're twin islands, and so they're right next to each other.
Do you want to swim or?
Well, I feel like everybody needs a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Or we just...
I say we can make it back to the boat.
Well, I mean, I meant that, like, we sleep on the boat and then we ride over there.
I don't want to sleep either. I just want to cry.
All right, come here. I'm gonna pick you up, and I'm gonna start like singing a lullaby to you and walking along.
Take it in growls and howls.
No, I'm singing in Atlantean.
This is strange.
I'm just
Do you
gonna
also want to be held?
No.
doze off as you're
You
doing
stay
that.
with Orion when you exit the temple.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Ah.
I feel like we also have a lot of questions for this one when we get back to the boat, too.
Yeah.
Not that I care, but they seem like they want to know.
You seem like you're curious.
I'm not curious. I'm not being paid to be curious.
Well, you can be curious even if you're not being paid to be curious.
Aren't you being paid to help us?
Yes.
Curiosity helps us. So you're being paid to be curious.
Okay.
This is an active investigation.
Do you also write this down?
Yes, I do.
I think you just caused Kai's fee to go up. Or Kai's cost to go up.
He can afford it.
Can you?
So eventually, you guys
You've
make
seen
it
it
back
before.
to the boat.
What does it
The boat?
necessarily-
Okay.
I did
You
appreciate
just take
that
a brick
music.
off
I
the wall
noticed
and
that
you
you had
can
the temple music I asked for.
Poor Thomas Temple is for the gods, not for
Perfect.
Of the golden
Does
city.
everybody feel better once they get back on the Orca?
the... Or are we all still depressed?
You're all depressed through the night. When you wake up in the morning, you can kind of shake the feeling off.
Does that mean we get a long rest?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Once you wake up in the morning, the exhaustion is gone, and you've shaken off most of that depressive feeling.
And nothing happens throughout the night?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm really excited
So
about
we
my
recovered
5
the
extra
level of
HP I got from that
exhaustion?
level up.
Oh, buddy, that's not bad.
Well, depending on how late any of you guys stay up, you'll notice that Orion never goes to bed.
Lynn carrying me done put me to sleep.
If you don't go to bed, you're gonna, unless you have something that I don't remember.
I got something new. That,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna like put you
I know I'm
down
starting warlock feet.
in your
Nice.
I'm gonna
You
put
can just
down in
stay
your bed,
forever awake.
and I'm gonna like tuck you
you
in.
no longer need to sleep. You can't be forced to sleep by any means, and you gain the benefits of a long rest while doing light activity.
No,
That-
Mama.
it's a very-
So your
Oh,
exhaustion
Mama,
still goes away in that depressive
full.
state.
It still,
and
it still
falls
counts
off.
as a long rest, as long as I'm not doing anything to extend
Stick.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
aspect of the moon.
That bully took my lunch money.
So sometime throughout the night, a little bit better.
I'm gonna close the door.
Look at stars makes it not so bad.
You did well.
Reminds me how small everything is.
You were right about the fisticuffs thing. Good job.
Though Lynn struggles to fall asleep because she continues to remember that she has a little friend that's missing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I have to keep reminding Lynn because Lynn keeps forgetting
No,
that she
I
has a
promise
friend.
you I forget. I don't forget. I just...
Did he stay with the
I think she fell
crab?
asleep because she saw her brother die.
And sister.
And sister.
Oh, and also my parents are alive. There's a lot of things to work through right now.
And you know your other brother is dead, the third brother.
Now, OC, we know that Midah is kind of John Wick.
That's all the origin stories. That's not that.
I'm more curious about the revelation that Artemiz's dad killed Qrux's or
No, he saved
Orion's
him.
brother.
Saved.
He saved him.
Yeah, Fang.
He saved his father.
In the vision, it was Fang and Leo, my dad, her dad, Fang, were in a battle
Oh, I
together.
definitely heard that Fang caused your brother to
No,
die.
Fang was trying to. Fang protected Leo.
Oh, okay.
And
This makes
died-
more sense.
Died
Died
protecting
protecting
Your
Leo.
you.
response makes so much more sense. I was like, it's not that this
I'm
is
just like, oh my
nice
god, this is awful.
Oh god, her dad killed his brother. Makes much more sense now.
We have a. We'll deal with that later. So wait, I'm gonna find you in the morning. Are you meaning to tell me that the tattoos have just been magically appearing on you?
That's accurate, right? Yes. Isn't that what's happening to you guys too?
Well, yeah, but we're kind of in the act of replacing them, so that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly thrilled about it. I mean, I was just doing my usual sailing stuff, and all of a sudden I felt like a slight burning sensation on my hip.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you also would have been feeling magic replenishing itself. They wouldn't notice that so much because they were carrying magic when they came in.
Yeah, and people have been getting like weird abilities, myself included.
Unusual occurrence.
That I
Unique
didn't
occurrence.
preferred before. I was just on the way to wake up Olegu. What's up?
I just.
Why are you gonna wake me up?
I was waking up and said.
Can't wake up.
I was just thinking about a lot of things. Also, I wanted to put it on your radar. If you happen to see like a tiny little kraken, please don't smush it.
Oh, your
Don't.
your squid guy. I know what you mentioned him earlier.
You had him
Like
when
the
we
other
got
day.
this.
Did I have him when I was
He was on your arm.
I thought I hadn't had him since the temple at Sindri.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
never
missed
met.
Time disappeared.
Squishy.
Oh.
Tiny.
When
but,
Stratus disappeared, so did Tiny.
but if
Oh.
if Tiny comes back, please don't kill him.
I won't.
I mean, like-
I respect the love for a pet.
I don't know if Tiny is my pet or if I'm Tiny's pet, to be entirely honest.
You're trying to put.
Okay.
Befriending a baby kraken was maybe not my best life choice, but you know, like we all do stuff.
I've heard of worse and done worse.
Yeah. What?
Huh?
Yeah. You looked pretty torn up about that dog yesterday.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just there's a lot of adrenaline.
A lot of It's okay for you to feel sad when you see a half dead or fully dead half dog.
Oh, you mean the dachshund? No, that was kind of just that was actually objectively funny because they're long to begin with.
The other dog that you were also crying about. I understand.
I was
that,
not crying.
There is no weakness in tears. I'm gonna let you go talk to Olegu now, but like, be careful because he's cursed. And then I'm gonna walk away.
Before you guys get there, while Olegu is sleeping.
You have multiple masters now, buddy boy.
So you have a vision while you sleep.
He's not gonna share.
The vision starts out at the middle of the sea as you walk on the water, and
Jesus.
a head, literally, a head comes out from the water, and you recognize Nessie right away, and she's looking at you.
What's up, Doc?
Your worship is weak. Where are my offerings?
I'll give it to you every night.
Do you?
Every night. You want more? I can double it.
You give many to that god.
I do. I've been dropping them in the water. Is there a better place for me to drop them?
I like the idea that you're eating a cookie in your vision.
It's a good dream.
How do I get your gold when you're in the Isles?
You just drop extra on for the next night.
IOUs.
Where's my statue?
Oh, I can build you a statue. Where do you want it?
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Where you put the other one. You worship him.
Oh.
Or I didn't put a statue anywhere. No, I haven't placed any statues, have I?
She's figured it out. Now he blesses you too.
You want me to replace his statue? You see, wouldn't it be better instead of taking over somebody else's old grimy temple? Like, you saw how run down it is, I know. There's not even anybody there to worship it. What if I got you one where you can actually have people worship it, where you could also be able to see the people worship it? On land, that's not helpful to you. In the sea is where you're at. An ocean temple would suit you much better.
And how will you worship me?
Every night, as I always do, giving you my offerings. And if I'm on land that night, then I give you that offering the next night at sea.
How do I get your gold?
I assume the same way you always do.
This is the first time that he sounded uncertain in this entire interaction. He's like, I don't know the mechanics.
I just assumed that dropping the gold in the water gave it to you. I didn't, because you answered. So I assumed it was working.
Not for several nights.
Huh. Interesting. Where have I been the past few nights? Let's see.
On a different boat.
Let's see. The night before this last one, we were sailing from the last few nights we've been sailing, right? You didn't get those coins?
No.
You know I'm on a different boat, right?
What?
Yeah, the other one's has some maintenance on it, so I had to temporarily switch boats. We've gone to the island Morto. If you just trace from Sindri to Morto, you'll see the path.
How much gold do you leave
Give me
it?
a statue.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you.
Of gold?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I can make it a gold.
I like that you just have a little lid on your shoulder. Crunk from the Emperor's New Groove.
And then the head seems to, like, go back into the water. And you think it's over. But you don't quite wake up.
Oh boy.
And then you see in the distance someone walking towards you with these shadowy kind of robes.
Oh, this is.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Do you enjoy your worship?
You know, when it helps me reach a goal of mine to commit great harm and pain to a giant being, yes. You know.
You walk fine lines, Necromancer. I quite enjoy it.
I'm happy to be of service.
Make sure you use it well.
Always.
You'll need it soon. He says it again and then leaves.
Yes, God.
And then you finally, like, fall into the water and you feel like you're drowning before you wake up.
Which is wild because you can breathe water.
Yeah, this is a new feeling for me.
Yep.
It's been a minute.
There's no way this could end poorly. Good night.
Your parents are fighting over you now.
Gonna get you in the divorce.
I mean, I just need Nessie to kill the dragon turtle for me, so.
You've been worshipping Morto your whole life.
I know where my priorities are.
Nessie may kill you, but you want the god of death to like you.
Nessie can kill me as long as the dragon turtle dies.
That's right. You were gonna go talk to Olegu?
Now the crazy dreams are over.
Yes!
Oh yeah, that's right. You changed rapidly. I forgot. Hey, it's morning. You see, alive in there?
So far, for now.
How you enjoying your new quarters? I know it's not a captain's quarters.
Oh, well, you know, I woke up the other night feeling like I was drowning, but otherwise fine.
Been there, done that. Alright, well, I guess I won't keep bothering you.
Need me to pilot your ship?
I would enjoy that very much.
I'd be happy to help.
Alright. Good job. Alright, well, up and at him, oldie. Now I'm gonna... Artymiz. You up?
What?
As captain, it's my duty to wake everybody else up, I guess. I don't know if Val does this on her ship.
No.
Of course she doesn't.
Yeah, I like it better that way.
Alright, well, I just wanted you to know, despite the fact I learned you were royalty yesterday, I won't hold it against you.
Hold what against me exactly?
My view on royalty and the gods isn't great, but you seem like you're alright. I know we had a rough day yesterday, and I'm not very good at this. There's food on the table.
You're being
Food?
really brave.
Huh? Yeah, there's
I
food
like
on the
food.
table, and then
What kind of food?
all kinds. Porridge and
Ugh.
beer if you want it. I got plenty of beer.
You got me meat?
Grit. I do have meat. You want like sausage?
Yes.
Okay, sausage in the morning it
I'll
is.
be out in a moment.
Where does your feathery friend usually sleep? I've had a hell of a time trying to find him.
I'm gonna open the door. He usually sleeps in the
Bird's nest.
thing
Owl's
with
nest.
the birds and the
Oh! God, I haven't used that thing in years. Okay.
Birds in the cacaw.
Alright, so I'll kind of just jauntily move up there. I look up. Do I see you?
Yeah, you see me up there. I'm
Orion!
standing up there.
Huh. Sorry if there's like cobwebs and shit up there, but
Just owl pellets now.
There's one of the rails.
I can offer you a room. You don't have to sleep out in the elements.
He likes the bird cacaw.
No, it feels quite at home up here, thank you.
Do you feel better and stuff this morning?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Much better.
I'm glad to hear that. Sorry. Well, anyway, so I'm making breakfast this morning. It's grits. Artymiz asked for sausage. We also have oatmeal and beer and other alcoholic beverages, but do you have a preference? Would you like a mouse or something? Is that offensive?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna glide down on my wings.
Olegu didn't mention what he likes in the morning, so I was just gonna guess.
Do you have any problem with rats on board?
Like, do I have, like,
Live rats.
as far as I know, I don't have rats, but I don't really look. It's usually just me, so it's hard to find the time.
I mean,
So there might be some. Is that a problem?
no, it's perfect actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you're happy to look. I would look in the extra storage room. I throw a lot of my empty bottles and stuff in there. It's a little rank, but if I was a rat, that's probably where I'd be hiding.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, so and she kind of like slaps you on the back. I guess I'll see you at the breakfast table. I've got a little one downstairs and thing.
I'll be there shortly.
All right, I guess I should go tell Red.
I'm gonna go look in where might have told me to look in the extra storage cabinet for some rats. Live rats.
Yeah. When you open the door, some bottles, empty bottles, just roll out.
You see some rats scurrying. You managed to
Are
catch
they
a couple.
drunk?
Very easy to catch.
Does it get you drunk?
One of them's drunk.
That was my
Oh, one of them's drunk. Okay.
How's your tolerance?
Not very good.
Low con?
Alright, so do you guys end up having that Orion conversation before you get to the island of Mirta?
That's what I was setting up.
Yeah, I imagine that's what we're doing
Gearing
here.
up for?
Hey, Red.
Doing almost like a dice game.
Yeah.
I was very confused. I thought, no, that's Wander. I was like, oh,
We're having breakfast.
That's just me.
I apologize. I would like to say if it seems like I was crass with you the past couple days, I would like to apologize. I'm gonna write down in my book.
I can't wait to look.
I want to see it when it's done.
You're welcome to come and have breakfast with us. I don't hold the fact that you're royalty against you.
Okay, do you mind if I just feel your forehead real quick?
Fine.
I'm gonna feel your forehead. Does it feel like they're running a fever?
No.
I feel cold to the touch.
Are you okay?
Yes, I feel fine.
Are you like okay, well some of those words seemed like they were really hard for you to get out. Like they came through gritted teeth, which I understand. But,
My people have difficulties with feelings.
Don't we all?
I'm gonna walk past with a sausage and be like, you said the same thing to me. It's a good sausage. I don't care what everybody else says. I think you're alright, and just walk back to my room.
She wanted sausage in the morning. Hey, we're having breakfast at the table.
I bet she did. Or Stratos and Mirta.
Where did you find that sausage?
It was in the, where I store the rest of the food.
Was it there before you woke up this morning?
What are you talking about?
Okay, cool.
I store food for long trips.
Absolutely, you do.
He doesn't live on alcohol.
This is just nicer food than we've had in a minute. If it makes you feel better, I didn't know that I was royalty until I don't know, what is it, like 2 months ago now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. The person who raised me is apparently not actually my uncle, and I don't know if they're alive or dead now, and I can't
Definitely dead.
figure out how. Yeah, I found their daggers, and they're probably dead, but apparently I have life.
Okay.
Thank you for the invitation to breakfast. I'll happily do
Well, I
it.
figured we could talk about Orion and anything else.
Oh shit, you're right. Orion!
I told the rest. I've already done the rounds. You're my last target, person to talk to before we go to the table.
Did somebody else pay you more than Kai did to kill us?
Of course.
So somebody paid you more than Kai did to kill us,
Yes.
and you're killing us now.
That's exactly what's happening.
With kindness.
Oh no,
Well, you're
what's
gonna
in the
have a hell of a
sausage?
fight. Like, good luck with that, buddy.
I don't know about joking, so I think we're just gonna end this and let's go.
Okay, sure. I'll follow you.
Your Majesty.
Oh no, after you.
Okay.
Right, that's so uncomfortable. I love it.
You can say Hoochie Finger of Death.
Himself.
I'll just see if I can kill myself in one hit. I can.
You're gonna figure yourself to death.
Oh dear.
The depression got you.
All right.
I was 56
Finger of
damage.
death.
I rolled 56 damage.
Go out
I
with
have
a
55
bang.
Saving
HP.
throws, though. You couldn't, like, instantly
Not with a
KO
bang.
yourself.
Unless you choose to fail.
I'm doing it to myself. I'm failing.
You set it up so that you fall off a cliff, and then suddenly you take all three of those failures.
So,
Before
Come
heading
back to
down
life,
to
permanently under my own control.
Before I head down to the breakfast table, I am going to cast Arcane Eye and put it up in the owl's nest, so it'll be up there for an hour.
Right. So you're casting Arcane Eye.
Yeah,
did everybody else try the cookies? They're delicious.
I have one of those. Yeah.
I'm still working on it.
Those are just Nestle.
These, no joke, these are my favorite kinds of cookies. So you guys got that spot on.
Glad.
They're delicious.
All right, so I've not had a meal with a crew ever, except when I was with what's her face.
With Val?
Yes,
You were with Val?
not like romantically. I'm not into women. No,
You're
good,
rough.
don't get me wrong. I mean, they're gorgeous and all that stuff, but they're
Are you
just
sure you're
my
not
cup
into
of tea.
women?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this would be. I thought this would be a really good time for us to talk about
Or feelings.
Qrux and Orion. No,
At this point, I'll walk back in. That sausage was good. I'm gonna grab another piece.
the key is to salt them a lot so they don't go bad. So is you wanted to share this osmosis that you go through?
Well,
Metamorphosis?
more of a must-share sort of thing. Although I was planning on doing it willingly soon, it
Yeah.
seems kind of like it happened forcefully. So be it. Well, I guess we'll start with the truth. I am indeed a member of the Eyes of Cerberus Guild. That is true. As part of the guild, you have an opportunity, as it is, to make an oath with Cerberus. You make a blood sacrifice, and he holds up his hand, and that's where you see he's missing a finger. And if you do so, you're granted a second life, as it is. However, there are strings attached to this gift, as well as gaining Cerberus' sight, my true sight, my X-ray vision, as you refer to it. This is really a borrowed gift. It's Cerberus' sight. I'm just using it. So everything I see, Cerberus sees. So, my god Cerberus is all about knowledge and know-how. He doesn't want to gather knowledge for any specific purpose of utilizing it, just likes to know everything. So, as part of our gift of a second life, he uses parts of my soul with the blood sacrifice and his godlike abilities to craft a new soul. That would be Qrux, the gentleman you met before you met me.
But you guys are alive at the same time.
Correct. And he holds up his hand, and the ring that you see on his hand is just a mundane black ring, but it suddenly changes, and you see it now. It still has the black band, but where the gem would be, it's a purple, and you can see it kind of swirling inside, and you see an eyeball in the middle of it that kind of sometimes looks at each one of you, and it kind of swirls away, then comes back. To those without true sight, it just appears as a normal ring. But those with the gift of true sight can see its true nature.
So you see it? You saw something weird with his ring? Because don't you have like true sight?
No.
Why did I think he had true sight? Oh, I'm getting sorry. I thought there was two people that had true sight in their group, and there technically is, but they're never here at the same time.
Kind of like Batman.
Within this ring, there is
Batman?
within this ring there is a pocket dimension, specially crafted by Cerberus.
Okay.
This is where Qrux' soul, his gear, his inventory, everything that he has is stored. And vice versa, when Qrux is here, that's where I am stored.
And Qrux doesn't.
Qrux has no idea. Qrux's memories are entirely fabricated, except for the ones he's really experienced in life as he's lived. But while he's stored away, he has no memory of where he is. Once the transformation's complete and Qrux is here, it's not the same story with me. I can see everything that's happening. Now, I can't control Qrux. He is his own person,
Yeah, he
because
is.
he has his own soul.
Yeah.
But I can influence him.
Probably for the best.
Well, not enough. I believe I've made some errors when crafting his personality and characteristics, perhaps making him a little too trusting. He glances at all of you.
Why are you looking at him like that?
No, I understand.
I have
This-
no idea.
You sneak into Crux's bedroom too?
No,
No.
Qrux touched a Godstone.
Yes, this curse that afflicted me and Qrux was given to us by a misguided attempt at trust from Qrux. he trusted the wrong individual.
Not trustworthy.
I mean, some people are just bold, I guess.
No. He's honestly a little naive, and that was my doing.
That comes from the lack of life experience.
He seems like a nice enough guy. I mean, I've met a lot of people that are just trying to go about their day, and then somebody shits all over it.
Well, I've crafted him to be good-hearted and altruistic. I didn't have much to go off of characteristics and personality-wise. My growing up, my childhood was much different than the average person, being what I am.
Who you are.
Yes. So I didn't know much about childhood of humans. So I went for more simplistic. I just made him as simple.
A farmer.
Was
and the king wouldn't
was he
send him
born an adult, or did he go
Okay,
through like his
reinforcements.
whole childhood and stuff, or was that all just programmed in?
That's all fabricated memories created by me and Savras. Savras used his all-knowing and his knowledge to help me and influence with me to craft his
So
backstory.
got
So
it.
poof,
King would have never
he
seen
just
powers.
was in existence and had these memories.
correct. When he was first created, he was stored here in this ring for me. Now, I said that there were strings attached to this deal. As part of being granted a second life, Savras has us make an oath that although we are granted a second life, we have a job to do. As part of the deal, our alternative self, for me, Qrux, must infiltrate a guild of some sort. It's my choice of which guild it is. But he must infiltrate the guild and work to achieve a high status in that guild. This is for Savras' knowledge. He wants to be everywhere and know everything. So he has eyes in places you can't imagine, and guilds you've never heard of. And that's what it's like. Like I said, he doesn't want to use this knowledge for any malicious purpose or for really anything at all. It's just
Curiosity, maybe.
The
I
power
don't
of
ask.
experience.
Yes, I don't ask. He wants to know, and those who serve him, as myself,
Bring him the knowledge.
bring him the knowledge. Now, the guild I had chosen for Qrux was an assassin's guild called the Temper's Burden. It's a rather brutal institution, and not very fitting for Qrux's characteristics, so to speak.
He's
How-
like, did he like get stabbed in the back or something?
Unfortunately, he was exiled from the group from a disgruntled co-assassin who apparently did not like his chili. He was stabbed in the back, yes.
Oh,
Quite literally.
This chili
Oh.
it's actually pretty good though.
is it?
Grunge did not think so.
God, that's a throwback.
Oh my god. Yeah. There was that one time that we got a puzzle and it was the person who betrayed you and I just couldn't spell the name Grunge.
What?
I didn't even have to help him with Qrux. He knew immediately who that was.
Well, yeah, because a man betrays you once because they don't like your chili. Isn't that something that stays with?
Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
Yes, Qrux
not
was...
how
If only that were true.
Unfortunately, it seems that the Temper's Burden put on a hit on Qrux himself in order to eliminate him from the guild. Why? I do not truly know. It's only speculation.
No.
But Grunge was the one to deliver the hit during one of Qrux's missions in Baldur's Gate. This is how he was captured.
Jesus.
But
You're like, did not sign up for this.
due to our adventures these past few months, Savras has been lenient on my non-fulfilling of the oath, given that he's seen much more than he would have of a place that most people don't know about. Atlantis.
People don't know about Atlantis?
Not anymore. It's been wiped from most people's memories.
Yes, it's been
She
forgotten.
mentioned... What was that place you mentioned the other day?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. I'm not familiar with that island. Is that like really far north or something?
Are you familiar with Boulder's Gate?
The what now?
Boulder's Gate?
Is that another island?
I think it goes both ways, where if you are menaced, you can easily lose sight of what was around us.
There's stuff outside of the mist?
Oh yeah, there's stuff outside of the mist. Hell
There's
yeah.
a whole
I thought-
world.
We're from the
This
mist,
is only a
outside the
small
mist.
region of the world.
You know, there are some sailors that think that if you go past the mist, you just like fall off the edge.
I would so love to find some of those sailors. and
There's
just
no
put a
edge.
shit ton of gold to see it happen again and again and again. Sorry, continue.
Yes,
can be
your
arranged.
land has been forgotten by most outside of here.
It's
It's
like it's a forgotten kingdom.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like it's a forgotten
And
kingdom.
it calls to me.
It's a pretty great name.
Talk to me.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of stuff that you laid out there.
Splash title screen.
But I have a dilemma. The reason I was going to come forward willingly is because at this point I'm not sure how to proceed. And I do trust, I don't know you very well, but from your dealings with Qrux, you seem to be an ally. At least a paid ally.
That's accurate.
But for the rest of you, including you,
Wow.
Shocking.
I do see you as allies and friends. You've treated Qrux very well. And
And I haven't done any
Thank you
permanent
for
damage.
Well, I mean, you're still gathering knowledge, right? Isn't that good enough? Is that...
It is for now, but there was a personal interest I had with Temper's Burden. You see, my pursuit to find Savris started with the murder of what I would call my adopted family.
Okay.
They were, as far as I believed originally, were murdered by somebody in the Temper's Burden Assassin's Guild. So, my contacting Savris and sending Qrux to that guild was accomplished two goals. One, to appease Savris, and two, to allow me access to their records to determine who put out the hit on my family. However, with our vision, my vision I got yesterday, with our visit to Morto, I believe the young boy known as Rogan, to me, a young tabaxi, wasn't murdered per se, but rather transformed into a mer person.
He was still murdered. He was dead. That was why he transformed.
He died and then transformed.
So he like reverted back to his normal form, if you will.
After they died, they both reverted back because they were both
The father and the
the
son?
son. Correct.
Um,
The one was a mer, not an Atlantean, but a mer, and then the boy was an Atlantean.
Atlantean
mer.
with red hair.
Correct.
yeah, I relayed that.
So another... one of them royals?
Did the assassins come in from the window and the door?
Yes. Why?
How'd you know? Did you do it?
No, I don't think she's got that in her.
You'd be surprised what a person can do when they're desperate.
Oh, I'm well aware of
You
that. I'm well
said-
acquainted with...
His name was Rogan.
That's correct.
What was your father's name?
Oh, see, you got that written down. I remember.
I have it somewhere. Hold on.
Lynn is like, beep!
Orion or
No, it's the adopted father.
Morgan. I think I have it in your player notes. Hold on. I know I wrote it down because it's come up 4 times.
I'm just filling up paragraphs of Qrux and Orion lore. This is great.
It's the lore drop. That's for sure.
It doesn't look like I actually have it. I know you told me.
Didn't you say it during the thing too? During the
No, it's
vision?
just said Rogan for the son, because that was the name that was fully established.
And is that his first or last name?
That's his first name.
Okay.
First name isn't like Joe and then last name Logan.
Yeah. Is fear not a factor for him?
Yeah, I don't have
Let's
a
just
name for him.
retcon something. Brox. B-R-O-X.
Okay.
It's a good strong name. So
For a good strong man.
He was indeed a good man.
well,
He was
sorry for your loss.
one of the kindest souls I've ever met, and he's the only reason that I stopped living like an animal and started living more like a person.
I'm sorry
I
that
look at my flask.
you lost them.
Yeah.
Are you thinking
Well,
of
good
your
for
dog
you.
again?
Huh?
You thinking of your dog again?
No.
Okay. To answer your question, I saw what I'm assuming is the same vision. So, as hard as it was to lose them, and I have no doubt that it was heart-wrenching to feel, I'm glad that they had you and that you had them, so that you all were a family.
Were you related? Or did you just know them in passing?
I believe that Rogan was my brother, so I was
Transformed into tabaxi form.
in the same way that I was transformed into a frightened.
How many siblings do you have?
Alright,
At least 2.
I had 4. Now I have 1.
And Kai is your
He was the second eldest brother.
okay.
There were 3 brothers and 2 daughters. And the 2 daughters were
Ariel
And
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 Lynn.
Hamlin.
so no offense, but like
And technically Salas was her
why isn't Kai doing this
older
stuff
brother.
too?
He's only like 2 years older.
And someone has
That's
to
a great question.
be the commander and give the orders.
Well, can't he also I mean, it's just you and him that can touch these stones without ill effects, right? In theory. That we know of.
Have you ever met Kai in person?
Yeah.
You noticed the half missing leg?
She thinks I guess I forgot about that. I wasn't gonna judge him.
Well, I don't think you
I don't
should
get why that
judge him,
affects this.
but for whatever reason, he feels that disqualifies him.
From being
Legs can be regrown.
from going out or from being royalty or whatever.
From this particular task. So instead, he coordinates, he finds Godstones, he sends us allies, he sends us funds, he makes sure that we...
Funds? We're not giving funds.
We got funds when we first got here and we didn't know jack shit.
I thought I just gambled all that.
Yeah.
No, we had funds.
Well,
Not a lot, but some
So
funds.
to have a connection, is there a connection between you and one of these other people?
Me and Orion known each other
Yes,
for a
we've
while.
known each other for
So
quite some
did
time.
you know him when he made the pact with
Severus?
Savarus that did the Qrux thing?
That's how I met. I was on a job for Savarus. Savarus, as well as providing this extension, this olive branch to his members, it's not a requirement for the members. Savarus, the Eyes of Savarus is an organization specializes in locating magical items and high-profile people. And her
I think you found
kingdom
one.
didn't have to work very hard for that one. And I believe that's why Savarus is so pleased with me. And hasn't taken back his sight. And keeps granting me these new abilities.
Well, I mean, in your defense, you didn't choose to be in the fog, as you've put it. That can't be helped.
He helped me find my mom.
Yes, her kingdom reached out to the Eyes of Savarus to locate a missing missing princess.
Which I guess is my adopted mom.
What kind of kingdom were you from?
Cambridge.
Well, I get that, but is it like in a tree? Is it underground? In the hills?
In the
Underwater?
forest area.
In the forest area? So you guys had, like, stuff in the trees? Like, you had, like, tree houses?
Sorta.
This is a lot. I've never seen anything like that before. That's, something.
If you help us take down the mist, perhaps you can go beyond it and explore these places yourself.
Perhaps the memories
If you don't die
the
first.
people have lost will be replenished.
I mean, people are welcome to try.
I was thinking more of the alcohol.
Oh,
You're pickling your liver.
my liver's quite strong.
No, that's what they all say.
These
Until
help.
it's not.
These help, and you see like these very small gills under her ears.
Do you think the gills help with your liver?
Why? What else are they? What else are they be for?
Do you know what a liver is?
Do you know what gills are?
Follow-up question. Do you know what gills are?
Yeah, it helps me. And the gills open, and she sucks in some air, and her neck gets a little bit bigger. It helps me store air for up to an hour.
Have you ever tried breathing underwater?
I can't breathe underwater.
That's
I just
what
breathe the
gills
stored
are.
air. Well, mine work differently, apparently.
But I'm still confused at how you think the gills help you
With the
filter out the alcohol.
and the liver.
I told my brother that humor was hard.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I keep missing that.
No, that's why Val and I. No, that's not important.
No, I promise you. I think we
I
are
think
all
it's very
invested.
important.
No, Val and I just had a falling out. That's all.
Were you siblings?
Really, we never noticed.
We're not siblings.
Are you sure?
Just friends.
With benefits.
No. Like I said,
With the benefit of deep-seated hatred.
I'm not into women. No,
They're just beautiful and gorgeous
no
and
offense.
wonderful.
Well, I mean,
they smell really nice.
It's just that's not the kind of stuff I'm into.
That's fair. Ew.
Yeah, exactly. You. I mean,
Alright.
it's like I'm not into like plants either, but I can see a tree and be like, oh, that's a really like nice.
As
looking
you
tree.
shouldn't be.
You
In
should
the
be
different
trees.
races. Disgusting.
I was not prepared.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean,
Wait. My mother and my father. Oh my god! That means
it finally hit her.
I'm gonna run off to my room. I'm an abomination!
That one's skittish.
Got some deep-seated beliefs we're working through slowly but surely.
That's called trauma. An abomination.
Huh?
That means I'm better than you because I'm all turtle.
No.
Sometimes you gotta mess with her too.
So, well, I was hoping she was gonna be here for this, but I guess is there anything else? I mean, we really like strung you out for information.
Well, I mean,
I hope this horse guy was better at this sort of thing than I am.
He was gonna leave.
I mean, the horse guy never got him to tell us his history. You're doing great.
in
Oh,
closing, my dilemma here is Qrux no longer serves his purpose for Cerberus, and once, if we return back to our homeworld, he may very well take back his oath.
is there a way to
I have an
separate the two of you?
alternative.
No.
What if you
I have an alternative.
not the character?
What are you doing on my ship, Val?
I mean, what's important to him is that you are part of a highly unknown and secretive society, correct? So that way he can learn from it.
Guilds, societies.
Does it have to be
What about
secret?
part
Doesn't
of the
have to be,
royalty
but
of a
you'd like
lost
to.
kingdom? Because isn't there some sort of oath that we have to do at some point? Assuming Lynn accepts you,
Assuming Lynn survives.
accepts you.
I'll make sure that happens.
You mean for the kingdom of Atlantis?
Yes.
To serve in the kingdom of Atlantis? Is that
You mean
even
like as a counselor or something?
Like a guidance
Well,
counselor?
there's some oaths that we have to do, or somebody has to do for this challenge thing with the last of the Godstones, or to become king. Or whatever. There was something you talked about. The great challenge that all royalty have to do if they want to become.
Oh, yeah, we gotta run through a maze that's gonna make the maze on Fortana look like,
Yeah, that's
There's
the one.
there's other mazes.
There's one in the center of Vessie's Rage.
Did I know that?
You would know that Atlantis was lost in the middle of that storm.
I didn't know there was. Huh. Okay.
I think you're on track for that to not be a problem.
Well,
Would you want to let Qrux go? Or do you want to keep Qrux? That's the crux of the matter.
it's not.
Sorry.
There you go.
I attack.
Roll initiative.
I watch.
Yeah, don't participate, please. Super, super, please.
I know I have
That-
access to a very dangerous thing if I'm mad at you.
That is.
Oh.
You didn't think of that, did you?
No, but that's fun.
Oh dear.
That is not an option. Once this oath is taken, there's no going back. His soul and my soul are intertwined. We can't be separated.
Then what happens if you break your oath?
Well, I guess the question.
No one really has, but I don't. But I don't really want to find out.
Fair.
Do you...
Yeah, the gods are dickheads. You don't really want to piss them off.
You...
And up until this point, it's served my purpose. But now I'm at a dilemma.
Well, do you want to continue serving Savarus?
Yes, I do.
Then I won't speak for everyone else, but I will do all that I can to help make sure that you have a place that fulfills his requirements and that meets your needs.
How much does Savarus know about the world of necromancy?
He won't share that with me, but he'll be
Be
happy
a
to have
disciple?
any new information.
Oh god. So you have Olegu, who is willing to adopt you into the ways of necromancy.
I can also teach Savarus how to do a cake stand. Is that helpful?
To do a cake stand?
Yeah, like
I want to learn how to do a keg stand.
I thought he said cake.
I can do that as
That's what I
well.
heard at first.
Like, yeah.
What is a keg stand if not a cake stand?
I like cake.
I mean, I'll watch
Well-
you do it, and then he'll know how to do it. He sees what I
I think
see.
you gotta do it, because it's experience that comes with it that you really
Well,
learn
it's
from.
not for chumps. You gotta be a Chad to be able to do it. But anyways,
Why do you do it?
because in here I'm a Chad.
Okay.
It's just an expression.
Okay. You're doing a really good job.
So
You're
You're being
very
very
brave.
So, Qrux is still like an individual with his own like wants and needs, though. It's like no offense, but it's like he's got skills separate from yours, so he still has value.
Yes, well,
Right?
yes, that's why I'm not going to do anything to get rid of him, nor do I want to. That being said, Qrux had expressed to Stratos before he had disappeared, back in the last city we were in, that he was conflicted with his personality and his characteristics of being kind and altruistic, and brave and bold, but not a murderer. And the guild that I had set him in was sort of tearing him apart on the inside. So he needs a better fit. Necromancy, I don't believe, would be... Not that I don't like it. I'm neutral in the matter.
You never
I
know
mean,
till you try.
it sounds like Qrux could also have a place in
Wherever I end
whatever
up.
you're gonna do
Yeah.
after you place all your stones
You'll
or
have a
whatever.
place too.
I'll just
We'll find some dogs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me that it's not a coincidence that Rogan and Brox were... At least Rogan was royalty.
Yeah. And Brox was
And
part-
they were both assassinated. I don't think that's a coincidence in any shape or form. I think they're connected.
I don't think it is either, and I would absolutely love to learn who ordered the hit.
So we do have a vested interest, shared interest in that matter. And I'm more than willing to help you find that out as much as I would like to figure that out.
I appreciate that. For all that he was my brother, I had spent a few years with him, and I think that the familial bond that you two had was probably something that he cherished.
Yes. He was the best of friends.
So yeah, I am whatever it takes once all of this is sorted out and he can go back into the world away from the mist. I would love to know what the cause of death. Well, I know the cause of death. I would love to know why my brother died.
That's what I. When it comes to Qrux, now that I've opened up to you about it, I am granted once per day I can transform from Orion to Qrux or vice versa. When Qrux appears, his memories will be fabricated, and you all, if you'd like, can help me on what you'd like him to believe has happened between the time that he was summoned last to now. Or I can take that responsibility.
What does he usually say when he comes back?
He rode in on dolphins.
He rolled in on dolphins.
Is that
he
unusual?
was dead and then was resurrected.
How does
Because
everyone feel about multiple personality disorder?
fine. Dissociative identity disorder.
Yes.
Well,
We could say he's been diagnosed
Well-
with it.
Artemis is your friend. I feel like you should ask her about this. I mean,
Hey Artymiz, quit crying in your cookies.
I thought she'd come back to the table.
She walked back away.
I snuck back in while you guys were talking, grabbed some more food, and then snuck back in my room to eat.
I'm gonna stick my head into the hallway and yell out, "Hey Artymiz, quit crying in your cookies. We need to chat."
Why? I'm an abomination.
You're not an abomination. Because you're a valued member of this team and we would like your insights
I
and
mean-
inputs.
I mean, she is the only one who's not pure blood.
That's not
The one thing
Despite
she's
the fact
totally
that
against.
everyone's got like two different personas
Yeah.
or bodies or whatever.
Right now, anyways.
What?
Oh.
So,
Can you do that again?
Oh.
Yeah. Alright.
No, I won't eat your socks.
I'm not
Eat my
That's
socks.
really rude of you to ask somebody.
What?
Those are edible, and I don't even like you that much.
Eat socks? What the hell does that mean?
Eat socks and
I
die.
have no idea.
Where did that come from? Nobody said that. Did you?
Ooh.
Is that what that means?
Oh. Is that a language?
Oh, oh.
I have no idea. I
Oh.
was just trying to mock her. I think I turned out better than expected.
So,
And I'll just kind of peek my head. What?
can you come back to the table? I have more sausage.
I'm just gonna have the cloak on hiding my face.
There. Here's.
Give me alms, kind sir.
So, where were we?
We were discussing.
Crux's memories when he's brought back.
Yeah. Doesn't he deserve to know the truth?
What is the harm of telling him the truth?
I mean, you can attempt to convince him. However, it serves Davros' purposes better if he's unaware.
Okay.
Because
Why?
he's not in
God-inspired
control when
purpose.
the shift happens. And imagine you being an independent soul, believing you're independent, and suddenly being told that you're nothing but a puppet.
That would be really hard.
Honestly, I think it'd be very stressful. Really,
What if
because
we
then you realize
told
it's not
him-
all on you.
And if he attempted to go rogue, I can only persuade him. I can't control him.
What if we
Something
told
makes
him
sense.
he did have control and he has to do like
No.
this and he transforms back to you and you just do it whenever he does that and it gives him an illusion of that control? I mean, is that something we want to do?
If you find it easier for the group,
I think we just keep it how it's been. been working good so far. Just maybe the tasks that we send his way align better with his personality instead of throwing him in an assassin's guild.
You created Qrux. You gave him life. What brings him joy?
Farms,
Corn.
Farming.
corn.
It certainly does.
My people did a lot of
Helping
farming with
others.
necromancy.
He definitely is he likes to serve a higher purpose.
That also goes with necromancy.
So
My people brought
maybe
them back
when
to
you
serve.
have like your castle or whatever, Qrux can be like I don't know, like the head chef or something, or the head gardener.
He could be the head of the farmers guild.
He
Sure.
could
He's a farmer.
be tasked with finding different varieties of plants, so that way you explore the realm and you can see and provide sappers with a previously unexplored area, previously forgotten about, and Qrux can remain content doing what he loves, which is collecting things that grow. And this isn't a decision that you have to make today. This isn't a decision that you have to make in a week. This is going to be a series of choices, and if at some point it's not working, then we can come back and brainstorm. But ultimately, the decision is yours. I mean, he is essentially a being of your creation, and you know him best.
Are you able to alter his past memories and personality?
Not
Or is
his-
it like set in stone at this point?
It's set in stone. The only memories I can fabricate at this point are the ones that he needs
Well, he's in the pocket dimension.
while he's in the pocket dimension to make the last however long he's been away make sense to him.
Can
So
people
there's some
communicate with him while he's in the pocket dimension?
There was a moment where our
Stratos.
previous companion who's disappeared, Stratos, did reach out to him.
He does sound really resourceful, this friend of yours.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, it was something I did not anticipate.
He's
Took a while to call his wife. He called Qrux much sooner than he called his wife to let her know that he was still alive, which is an interesting life choice.
Well, I mean, attachments are complicated and kind of just whatever. Anyways, so
Not really. You just don't get attached.
Qrux
exactly.
Sounds like
that
somebody who's not
exactly.
married.
That
Qrux
does not sound like
fundamentally
somebody.
believes that he spoke with Stratos while he was in heaven, and then was returned from the dead by his god, granted life.
So,
Who's Qrux's god?
The god of agriculture.
if you hold
Excuse me a
break,
moment.
what I'm thinking is
I know that name's been thrown my way.
Orion
That
is turning his head around to like search the back of his mind.
Oh, that's
Shantia.
Shantea.
Shantea.
Yeah.
The Earth Mother.
I can't say that I've heard of that one, but then again, if you guys are from an outside realm, the gods are probably a little different. Is that accurate?
Midas, you said you had beer. Can I have all of it?
You cannot have all of it. You may have one pint.
One keg.
One
A
pint
liter?
is fine. I'm not gonna let you drink all of it because that would kill you.
1 pint, and then she is cut off until we come back from our
Maybe
next
two
message.
if we're feeling generous.
No, I said 1.
I think that might be the first time I agree with Olegu.
That's fine. You are welcome to agree with Olegu. Olegu's a bit of a prick.
So pretty soon you guys are going to be coming up on that island. It's not that far away.
Really asshole thing.
So I would like to at least get you guys to the second temple today.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to do much with it,
I got
but I
you.
want to at least get you there.
That's fair.
So-
a hell of a lot of lore.
This is fun.
Is anything?
High five your
So does it take? How long does it take us to get the boat there?
Mostly just because you have to try to, you're traversing difficult waters. It would have taken you all night. You probably would have docked in the morning before this conversation even happened.
Okay.
Because you're really just going around Morto and then through a channel between the two islands and finding a new dock at Mirta. They're directly connected, almost directly connected to each other. One's next to the other. There's lots of rocky crags in the area, though, so it takes a while to navigate through that. So eventually, once your conversation is over, and you guys decide to leave the boat, which would have already been docked,
By who?
Well, it's either me or I was gonna let you do it and see how you did.
I was wondering if we were just left it piloted while we were uncapped and we were all talking.
Well, no, from what she said, we arrived first and then we had this conversation, which is.
I was like the enemy, just letting it drift on the sea.
Well, I wanted to see how you would do piloting my ship. Kind of wanted to watch.
Not great.
You seem better.
Okay, I kind of like reach over you and correct you a couple of times.
It was a trying night. Day.
I've had worse.
Months.
I've also had better. So,
when you guys leave the island, you find that it's much like Morto. It's the same kind of topography. Lots of jungle-like environment. Lots of bugs nipping at you. It takes you about a half day's walking to get to Temple of Mirta. And when you get there, you notice that this temple looks like an exact copy of the temple you just left.
Okay.
So it's built the same way. You do notice that center medallion at the top, right? It also has an inscription. However, the inscription there says, "All souls may see, all hearts are bared."
Hey, this one's a little less depressing.
A little less cryptic.
All souls may see, all hearts are buried.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, I thought you might not. I do.
Before proceeding into this one, just in case there is any problems, and for future reference, I wanted to offer you all something. And he's going to pull out his Book of Shadows given to him by his god, Cerberus, and he's going to flip through it and get to a page. If you would like, you may write your names on this page. I can hold up to 4 names. And OC, what this does, I don't know how to explain it in IC. But it's the new thing I just got called Gift of the Protectors. With your permission, a creature can use its action to write its name on that page, which can contain up to 4 names. When any creature whose name is on that page is reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, the creature magically drops to 1 instead. Once this magic is triggered, no creature can benefit from it for a long rest. So one of us, whenever one of the 4 goes down to 0, it'll just be 1 instead. So it saves you from death at least once time.
That sounds good.
and can we all do
But
that?
then the book doesn't work again
Until a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so it only does it for
One
so
of the
whoever's the
first
first
one,
person to
yeah.
drop, but it keeps you, at least, somebody in the party from dying.
I can take heavy hits. Why don't the 4 of you do it?
I don't care. My
Can you
whole
write
life
your
has
own
been a
name
lie.
It doesn't say I can't.
Oh, that's
It just says a creature.
Do we
I'd
need
be
you-
happy
Do we
to.
need you to be able to do we need you to be able to get knocked out and not immediately jump back up to 1?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't.
It's better for you to be knocked out?
My curse.
Yes. Yeah.
Your
Because
courage.
if he has 1 hit point left,
you
you
know,
can still
the-
do finger of death.
And I do have the ability to
This isn't a
remove
tattoo.
a name and then add another one in case in the future we want to change. So,
So go ahead
It's
and
not
add your
permanent.
name.
would you like to, Midah?
Sure. And I write with my left hand. What do you mean by knocked out?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Like when you
Unconscious.
fall. Like what about when you fall asleep?
But I don't wanna.
Different.
Oh,
Violently.
Good for us.
So
put to
if
sleep.
you like pass
My whole
out
life
from
has been
just
a
being
lie.
tired.
No. Violently
Not-
put to sleep.
Okay, gotcha.
Entirely.
If things go south.
Your
You'll,
beliefs
you'll,
may be
you'll
misguided,
understand when
but
you see
your life is not
When,
a lie.
you know how he kept hurting things around us while on the other island?
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't all intentional.
Oh,
Very sloppily.
I thought it was just part of his personality.
It fits his personality, but the rage thing, not so much.
I don't like anger.
I'm just gonna walk in.
Not yet.
One of us is walking.
When you go to walk in, you notice that again, the doors are very ornate. You open the doors, it's the same thing that you saw at the Temple of Morto. You're in that same type of antechamber with the 3D carved inlays on the wall. However, this time, when you guys are looking at all that imagery,
Can I wait to walk in to see what happens to them?
there's depictions of people in like beds that are passing away, people that look like they're dying of old age. There are some people that look like they die in accidents, but they're not like grotesque and horrific the way that the depictions were.
Non-gory.
Morto. Correct. These people seem to be mostly passing away in peace. People, some of them are like holding other people's hands as they pass. And there are depictions of people. Some of the depictions, there's like a 2-part frame, and in the first part they die, and then in the next part, it almost looks like their soul is moving to the next frame, and you see new life. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes not.
a dog.
Sometimes it's a young tabaxi boy. No, that would be on Mirta's
soon.
wall.
Too soon. That being said, you guys will, I know, see those depictions at some point. You'll be looking at them on the walls. When you all walk in, you all gain effectively a modified version of true sight. Nothing can be hidden from you, no illusion. But you can also see auras on each other. And if you look at Midah, her aura is mainly this brown color, and at the edges you see some black. Orion is gray. He also has a small ring of black at the edge of his aura, not as much as Midah has. If you look at Artymiz, she's green, but not like this creepy glowing green.
Like foresty green?
Like foresty green. And she's got kind of a gray ring to her aura. It fades into this gray color. And Lynn's is this soft golden yellow
I can't wait
primarily.
to see what mine is. If I ever go in.
That fades into white. Like, when I think about that, like, there's a reason the colors exist that way, but when I think about that, it's like, why did I make your halo look like a halo?
Maybe I can see your hand.
I'll walk in last as Youngagoo.
Yeah.
And we
So
all
he
look
walks
back at
in,
you
you
as
can see
walk
all this
in.
now.
Hey, you look fresh.
His soul, his soul. Didn't mean to say that.
What's
His aura is dark blue.
Oh.
And it's very dark blue, and fades into just pure black. It's not a small ring of black.
It's a lot of black.
It's a lot of black.
That fits you.
It's getting
Yeah,
dark in
the
here.
blue looks good on you.
Everyone's glowing.
You're dimming.
Impressive.
You are too. There's a little bit of dim, but there's this like good. There's this blue that's like attached to your body a little bit.
Are you blue? Dabudi? Dabuda?
You're
Dabudi?
very-
I'm green, so I'm
Brown.
gonna cry.
Like poop?
No.
Is it like poop? Is it brown like poop?
It looks like a little bit like poop.
Like soil.
Like a tree.
Yeah, more like soil. Think soil, not poop.
Okay. I smell.
Soiled.
I sniff myself anyway. Okay,
You
good.
look soiled.
Been
They're
there.
very golden.
Is there a crack in the wall like there was at Morto's temple?
Since you know what to look for, you can see it.
You look very green.
Is
Are
there
any
another
of us
mirror?
on the wall?
Yeah. Are there any of us on the wall like Olegu was at the wall?
Not this time.
That's
What about a mirror?
Oh, it's in the
a
intro.
mirror? So
A
I'm
mirror.
gonna push open
Not
the door.
a mirror.
Yes, a mirror.
Oh, I was like,
I know, I thought so too. I was like, why would a mirror be on the wall?
Surprise, surprise cameo.
He's out of bed.
so you guys crack the door open, and right away you see that there's a person on the other side
Oh boy.
and a portal that's open,
What?
Oh no.
and that's where we stop tonight.
Well, who's the person?
Are we able to see like what their description is?
They're wearing a cloak
Okay.
with their hood up.
Okay.
What was their aura?
What was your vibe?
What color?
Black, just.
Do they have cloaks?
Oh god.
They are also this brownish color, but they have a much heavier ring of black, more similar to Olegu's.
Oh, I don't like that.
And when we meet back next time to play, you're going to be starting by rolling initiative, and it'll be a
Okey-dokey.
surprise round because
He surprised us.
he surprised you guys.
Yeah, shit. I didn't see that coming.
You were just
gonna
like,
open
open
the door.
the door!
I'm glad I'm on the other side of the room.
Not bad.
I just have to ask, has anyone caught on to the scene that I just
Shit.
described?
I think so. Maybe.
You think so?
Possibly.
Nope.
It's ringing a bell, but I don't know why.
Some visions that I might have been sending people for like weeks now.
I mean,
Months.
I'm pretty sure this is where we find maybe Stratos.
You might be using that.
My character's new. She's not supposed to know any of
She
this
doesn't
stuff.
know.
It's ringing bells.
Damn it.
I don't know.
Oh
I
boy.
mean, you should notice it right away. You recognize that one, and I think it's you who
Yep.
got the vision. So
I
the
did
two
not
of
get
you,
the vision.
you should like right away know.
Oh no! I opened it and I went.
You're like, I forgot about this.
What everybody take as part of their level up and what they get.
I just got 4th level spells.
Paladin, and I got an aura of courage, so if you're within 10 feet of me, I don't know if it's you cannot become frightened, or you have resistance to it. Oh, no, so starting at 10th level, you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you cannot be frightened while you are conscious.
Nice.
So everybody just huddle.
Everybody get close. Stay close.
I can summon a Reaper now.
Did you do Warlock or Wizard?
I did Wizard.
By you two.
So I'm doing Qrux now, so I did Orion before. So Orion, I took another level, my 9th level into Warlock. I gained that ability that I showed you guys, the Gift of the Protectors.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gained a 5th level spell. I can now scry.
Ooh.
Yes. So if we need to try to see what somebody's up to, I have the ability to do that now.
Nice.
And it's a ritual, so I keep doing it.
I chose a 5th level in Alchemist or Artificer, so I can do Alchemical Savant.
What? What is that?
You've developed masterful command of magical chemicals, enhancing the healing and damage you create through them. Whenever you cast a spell using your alchemist supplies as a spellcasting focus, you gain a bonus to one roll of the spell. That roll must restore hit points or be damage roll that deals acid, fire, necrotic, or poison damage, and the bonus equals your intelligence modifier.
Nice.
Cool.
Because I feel like it's gonna be important, I do have Revivify prepared,
Nice.
in case anybody was...
Oh yeah, well I have True Resurrection.
Well, congratulations! Patient Steel!
I think I'm supposed to use that on Stratos, wherever his body may be, but you know, say la vie.
So, just out of curiosity, did anybody speculate